Jesse Vash might not be able to play Sova, Jeremy might have to play a Raze, Envy might have to play Viper. It's like roles that they're not as comfortable on, and sometimes Genji does
hello.
post-match, so that's why my prediction goes towards Genji. Right,
testing.
I feel like Jeremy's Raze is much better than his Jen.
Alright. Well, we gotta go to... Well, I was gonna say we're gonna go to stage, but then actually I think they're having a chat more there. But you know what rhymes with solo?
Yes.
Polo! Nice outfit,
What?
guys! I love it! We got our polo on and all.
Okay.
We got the best sponsors of Pacific.
Okay.
Dress.
Yeah.
We look
Okay.
nice.
Hello, how's it going? How's it going?
Like the sweater and I have the
Pacific
polo.
play-ins happening already. The Pacific is so efficient compared to us, doing so many 3-match days in order to bash through this quickly.
Yeah. Anyway, I just want to point it out because you look so colorful and nice here at the desk.
True.
Yeah. Anyway, so Warbirds.
Interesting.
We're gonna go back to
Nice drink.
this. I do wanna
That's unique. Thank you for the 33 months.
You know, we were looking at the interview
What's
just
up?
now.
What's up?
Warbirds was discussing, you know, amping it up, adapting faster to what other teams are doing.
Yeah.
Why am I awake for
again,
this?
I think,
Questions I ask
answers
myself
what they were
constantly.
what they're hoping
Do I have
to
Epic Pen on this
be
PC?
against Texture that
I
has
do.
been such a big player in those
I don't want to
solo
overstrain
3Ks, you
what
know,
my
once you
PC is
start
able to handle, but I
hesitating,
should be
miss a
fine with
call,
Epic
and then
Pen.
you mess up just ever so slightly.
I'm in the
Texture's
Pacific
there
zone
to
right now.
open
What am I
an
drinking?
opportunity
Some
to,
Spin
again,
Drift,
win that round. And I think
which is
you'll
like
see
a
that here
sparkling
realize
water
this,
drink, I
They know
think.
that he is such a big problem to be reckoned with, and them
No,
being
I'm
able
not
to
fired, thankfully.
secure these better executions is just a part of
I work
their
with
strategy to
extraordinarily
win this
talented
series
people who are
against
able
Genji.
to function
And you were
without me.
talking about, you mentioned Raze earlier before
But I
cut you
did
off.
definitely fuck up and
I
need
just
to
like how he
apologize
uses
next time I'm in.
you know, his satchels and stuff. I'm not a believer of Jeremy's blades more than I'm a believer of how he does this double satchel showstopper.
That's true.
All right.
Okay,
That's
so
a fair point. All right, now it is
VCT
time.
Pacific. We've got Team Secret, we've got Genji, and then we've also got Zeta. In my opinion, Zeta are favored. They play the second and third match of the day. I would also say Team Secret probably looking like they're the least favored to make it out, although I haven't been huge on Genji. Team Secret plays the first 2 games. So in theory, Team Secret can lose 2-0. No, wait. Let me think about this. There is a world in which the final match is not useful. Not useful. And how does that work? I think Secret would have to win both of the matches for the final game of the day to not be useful. Because then they would be 2-0. Both of the other teams would be 0-1. Yeah. So, assuming, as long as Secret don't win both of their games, the play-ins is not going to be broken. Run ads? Oh yeah, good point. I need to run the commercials before the game begins. I'll do it. There's normally a break after this. No, I don't think Team Secret's going to win both games, but we'll see.
Also known as NDG, and I'm a player for Team Secret as a Sentinel. We're preparing our fight through the future matches, and then
now
we're just
I haven't even watched Secret play once yet,
stuff
unfortunately,
other teams, and
because I just haven't had time to be able to catch any of their matches. So Team Secret played against Talon, then they played against DFN, and then they played against Talon again. They played the same maps against Talon both times, lost 2-0, then won 2-0. Don't ask me what the difference was, because I didn't get to see the games. What time is it over there? It is 10 PM. It's going to be a triple tie later. They can't... Yeah, they can be tied if they all go 1-on-1. Alright, I'm going to run an advert here so that we don't get any during the games.
For the home crowd in Seoul, South Korea.
Do you think Texture's going to texture over all the secrets of the Zeta? Why are you trying to incorporate all of the different names in there? I think Texture is going to texture, for sure. Did you get to see the EMEA desk? Not really, no. I watched some of the EMEA desk, but I didn't get to see all of their pre-show. Yeah, I didn't order Taco Bell, but I ordered some like Korean bulgogi bowl thing. It's like avocado and impossible meat bulgogi bowl. I've had it before, it's really good. But I'm not super hungry at the moment, I just ordered it before the game began. Oh, there's the player card thing for Secret. I didn't spot that before. No, they haven't fired me, they haven't fired me. Or at least they haven't told me if they have. Be quite intense, wouldn't it? Miss one meeting and you're fired. Okay. Why has Team Secret always had a penguin as a mascot and I've just never noticed before? Did you look at mod chat today by any chance? I did not, Retro, no. Yeah, I'm in a hotel, I'm in a hotel. What did I do with my phone? Alright, what's everybody's prediction today? Who do you think makes it out of this thing? I'm not going to do China today. I don't think the Chinese games are good enough to co-stream China today. Alright, a few for Zeta, some for Gen G. Not many for Secret here. I think Zeta are going to win from what I've seen so far. But, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, the schedule's crazy far ahead compared to America's. I think it's because they're just down to do so many 3-match days. But then I don't know what they're going to do. Like, they're going to have so long
and here
off.
we go. Now, this is the first time these two teams are facing off against each other during this kickoff, but of course they've both been around since last year. And all of Pacific last year, Gen G was mostly dominant over Secret until LCQ.
Until LCQ.
Let me have a look
right.
at my
and then
mod
they had
channel,
that
eh?
best of 5, and Gen G somehow couldn't quite make it over the edge. You know, they had really close maps, but Team Secret adapted again, and that's always thanks to Warbirds. However, kickoffs, new year, I do feel like Gen G might
it's
have
a
some tricks
very
up their
long
sleeve.
discussion.
Some maps,
Okay, well,
like,
I'll go and...
Split, for example. Again,
that's
maps where
always been-
Sova isn't as good, and I feel like Lotus is another one of them.
Yes,
I'll go and read
exactly.
through it at
That's
some
been
point.
Super interesting, all these split bans by Secret. You were saying about Sova.
Yeah, the Sova maps, you know, Lotus, Split, for example. So I think Gen G would want to go onto one of these maps and force Jesse Vash to play something like a Sky, something like that.
Here's another interesting fact. I remember from yesterday's interview with
Okay.
Vash was
Yeah,
that
I'll
he
look
actually
through
likes that they don't
in
have a Sentinel in some of their
a while.
lineups, where he's just saying it's just much easier for us to focus on what's in front of us. And Breeze, I feel like could be one of those maps, but I mean, NDG still plays a Cipher there. Anyways,
Okay, yeah, I'll just do it later. I might not get to it today, though, because it's going to be really late by the time I finish the stream and I've got some other stuff to do, but I'll do it at some point.
On Lotus
All right.
has been phenomenal.
Doesn't this
I'm not
playing
sure how
format
Secret
potentially
is-
set us up for an absolute ball-flattening scenario where all 3 teams end up tied and it gets determined by something dumb, like map differential, or even round differential?
But this is also, at least the Breeze map was also
Yes.
where texture was really popular.
Yes, it does.
Paper X, if I
It
remember
absolutely does.
That's right.
This is what happens with small round robins. Pray that doesn't happen.
Maybe they're right about their
Pray
script. They got
that
something
doesn't happen.
There. Now the decider is Icebox. I actually really want to see Secret on Icebox, so I'm kind of hoping for a game 3 here, and we got our agent select up on screen.
Oh, well, yeah, it's the same composition.
Okay.
Gen G with that double controller, Karen on the Astra,
So-
and Team Secret, of course, double initiator.
Yeah, we'll
Jet
just have to
Fast,
take a
Sova,
look at how this
Yukino,
works, to be honest. Gen
had a
G...
phenomenal game yesterday. If he
They
can
had some
record
alright
that
ideas with what they wanted to do with
on
the
a map
Astra
like
on this
Breeze,
map.
They might have a better time. But again, like you guys mentioned, Gen
I
G
think
has
it's
some
very
really strong
beatable
Breeze
with
There's
the
also
standard
going to be
comp, but
how much
when you're
NDG
looking at these
can
kind of teams, it's
survive with
less
these
so
alone.
about the
He can press on
compositions
that
and
side,
much more
usually
so
you
about
need
how they
someone else
actually
to make that,
play them.
site
So, you know, just because Team Secret's playing the current quote-unquote meta comp does not mean they have any advantage in particular.
Or is it not a matchup against someone like Meteor? Because
The Texture Jet is going to be fun to watch, though. And Envy on KO is really strong, too.
But we'll see if Team Secret does a bit better.
With Team Secret and this Asian comp, yes, we've seen both these teams play it, but looking at how it's kind of lining up right now,
I just know that we're getting the three-way time, and the team that's lost 2 games will eliminate somebody in single elim playoffs. Yeah, very possible. Very possible.
One big thing as well for Team Secret here is they're starting to learn. They're starting to believe that mid control and Halls control have been pretty important on the Breeze map, which we have seen them do in the past couple of days.
So Secret played
well, so that's going to be an important thing. Some of the teams, I think,
Ascent and
didn't even give a lick of
Breeze
on mid. So
against Talon.
I think Team Secret has really also, you know, put focus on.
All right,
I can't
guys,
remember.
I hope you guys are ready for the game. It's time to kickstart the Gladiatorial Arena. Let's go into the first map. Breeze over to our casters.
Really hoping Paper X look much better in their match against DRX, and then we get T1 and Paper X representing Pacific and Madrid. Well, we still don't know who. We still don't know who's playing against who in the playoffs. It entirely depends on who's winning play-ins and then how the draw works as well. Sorry, RJ, sorry. It's never ending. It's never ending.
1-1-1 across the board, then it is going to come down to things like map differential, round differential. So everything, every round, so crucial today.
Yeah, exactly. Round by round as well, not just maps. So especially for the 2 teams that are starting on stage, it's going to be Gen G versus Team Secret.
Yeah, they're doing all 3 games today.
That's going to matter a lot for this.
Do you sleep? I do, yeah, but I mean, I'm on Pacific time zone, so I haven't slept since EMEA.
Exciting matchup. Both teams seeming to be able to bounce back.
What's the most exciting upcoming NA game?
Coming up short against Paper X, Team Secret having a tough go of against Talon the first time around.
Probably Lev Loud, but honestly, it might be Sentinels versus the winner versus the loser of that.
Really strong throughout. Their firepower has not been in doubt, not been in question. Kind of what we expected from some of these players, in particular Meteor and Texture.
So yeah, you have
popping off. Karon has been such a pleasant
you have
surprise.
DRX,
kind of looking towards
Paper X, and T1, right?
Yeah, that's the big question, right?
So if Zeta comes out of the group, like if Zeta wins the play-ins, which is what I'm expecting to happen, Zeta was in the same group as T1, so that means that they have a 50-50 chance. So that means that T1 have a 50-50 chance of playing against Paper X or DRX if Zeta win, depending on how that draw goes.
One thing that I keyed in on for Gen G,
I mean, either way you slice it, I'm not really sure who the best teams are in Pacific, so I don't know what like a good draw really looks like. It's really unfortunate because no matter which way it goes, there's still going to be questions about whether or not the best 2 teams went, I think.
Gen G has been very, very good.
Yeah, of course, they'll also have to deal with that.
Okay, let's focus on the game at hand, though. We can always talk about the playoff formats and stuff like that later on. We've got a walk down from Jeremy. Walk down from Jeremy. Alarm, alarm. Meteor caught on the ropes. Instant reaction from Gen G. They're going for the B split. There's 2 trips here. But Karen's playing the late backstab, so... How is Jesse going to get through? Does he throw a recon? Yes, it's on the pillar. Jesse can't flood through? No, don't pause on me right now. Don't pause on me, you little fuck.
Gen G, they're wise to this as well as they want to make sure they're able
Borkum
to
gets 1.
safely, but they just don't have time to be able to push in as the backup's already arrived.
Oh.
They surrounded them, but guess what?
Oh, so much damage from Texture on the pistol.
To pick up the pistol.
And this is something that you have to be concerned about if you're a Team Secret fan.
Is it on auto? Probably.
Starts popping off, things start to go sideways for their.
No, it's on 1080p60 actually.
Really, really fast, and this is a hot start for him. Getting some really
God
important
damn.
headshots here. Quick
Fucking
turn,
awesome from Texture already in round 1.
Yeah.
Unbelievable from Texture.
I mean, Texture has basically been playing the tournament of his life, which is saying something because we've
Goddamn.
always praised Texture's individual performance, but for him to shine so much on a roster like this for Gen G, now picking up that Guardian alongside Munchkin, they're looking to snowball the lead as much as they can.
Oh, they're going for another push again. Jeremy walked down halls in the previous round and now wants to play aggro with Envy. Envy doesn't have a flash, so they can't get through this smoke if they wanted to fight it.
A little bit of time to rotate over towards 8, delay this out. Texture often pretty good for these, especially with
Secret have to play twice back to back. Zeta have to play twice back to back, but Gen G plays the first and third match. I think that's an advantage for Gen G. Obviously, if you're going to do them all on the same day, somebody has to play first and last. You know, you can't do it any other way around, but I think that is an advantage for Gen G. They got to prep for Team Secret coming in, and then they get a break in the middle where they can prep and watch the game and prep for the winner.
Some nice shots there to delay.
Definitely think that's an advantage.
It's not going to get through the toxic screen, so no info here for Gen G.
Oh, and it's going to be a double stack right around the corner. They didn't quite check it, and it's going to be one kill
Oh my
for Jeremy.
god.
Jeremy picking up
How are these eco rounds always going this kind of way?
But it's way too dangerous for Gen G. They want a long-range battle. Drone.
They just walked into the stack, to be fair, and now they've got NDG coming around behind. Here's another one. Add him up again. These pistol round failed conversions are happening constantly in this meta. Oh my god, again. I mean, they walked into the stack over here towards A because Gen G weren't really, I guess, like, proactive enough in searching out the information. But, yeah, rough.
Just really well drawn up, great patience, not overextending, not using any of that utility like you talked about, Will. Just really
yeah, I mean, if Gen G loses the first game, then obviously they've got a lot of pressure on their shoulders. In fact, if they lose the first game, it's possible that they won't even need to play the third, because Secret might win them both. I'm not really sure why there's so many ecos, Scatty Evil. It feels like there's more than usual, but I can't put my finger on exactly why. I have a theory. My hypothesis goes like this. Because teams are not able to buy sheriffs, marshals as much, that kind of thing, on round 2, if they didn't win the pistol. They have to focus on generating their picks by comboing util, by trying to stack sites and gamble, and I think they're actually being forced into doing things that are more favorable. I think teams, for a long time, for years, have tried to just buy up as much weaponry as they can and play the rounds kind of standard when they're on eco. And now they're kind of being forced to run util plays to isolate somebody and grab a gun, or like stacking people and triple facing in order to get value out of their classics. Oh my god, he's just walked straight into it. What the fuck? Envy got behind him. Envy walked up mid and ended up behind Texture before they even realized. So it's head-to-head is the first tiebreaker, but if everyone's 1-1, then that doesn't matter. Then I believe it's map differential, and then it's round differential. I believe.
This is already back up all arrived here. Even the plan is going to be tough with that fragment. They have to let go and just right into Borkum's Guardian from long range. Sure, everyone hiding in the smokes. Meteor will be good for another shot. Bork is going to take down one more member now. Just Meteor, time goes down, and he will have to drop that Marshal as well. 2-1 for Team Secret.
Is my goat, and that you can quote.
Thank you, Squiggles. I will quote that. Thanks for the 30 months.
But not enough to break through their defenses. So stalwart adaptive play here so far from Team Secret.
That is so bizarre. Such a bizarre interaction.
No.
Yeah, it could come down to extraordinarily slim margins.
You can see he's holding his heart there a little bit, like, oh boy, wasn't expecting that.
That could have been a risky one, but at the end of the day, of course, it's going to be the round win. Lots of weapons carried over, so Team Secret trying to continue this. We do see a couple half armors on the side of Gen G, so
you know that both initiators are leaning over towards the A site. Maybe that's going to make you think that that's where Jeremy's playing as well. But Jeremy's actually playing over towards B with NDG.
Just going to see if they can get into it. Only one away from the blade.
Gen G found it a little difficult to figure out where the stack was in round 2. There isn't particularly a stack here. But it's important not to just blunder into places without information. This fuel is not going to last for long. All right, it's down and they're in. Jeremy cloudbursts himself and it sets up NDG. They just all got baited by Jeremy there. Why is my throat so scratchy?
Only 2 members left for Gen G, and they just cannot approach the site on the B side.
Yeah, I mean, the contact there, the Texture tried to take, kind of backfired on him, as there was NDG.
Hello, Matt. How are you doing?
Ready to crunch. He's been great back there. Day 1 was a little rough.
Why isn't anyone playing the Gulag guy? Because Gulag guy is like the worst guy in the game.
The aimer, Charon, that's what he's proud. But it's going to be, of course, another trade back. Oracle the backups here. Yeah, the flash from long range as well. Envy, there's a reason he plays so much KO on any of the maps that Team Secret picks, and that's going to be a 3rd round win.
Did you eat something you're allergic to? I don't think so.
Really
I don't really know that I'm allergic to anything, food-wise.
Where he was able to have just such an impactful performance on the KO. It was on Ascent, of course, but still having a very, very solid day. And the late lurks from Borkum were devastating to Talon yesterday.
What if you could catch multiple people? Oh yeah, that'd be great. So that then you accidentally hit 3 people and you end up in a 1v3 inside your Gulag. That's a great idea.
Started kind of experimenting it on those anti-ecos. More teams are like, oh yeah, we should really keep track of the
Gen G on another eco though again.
I mean, you can see it on your screens as well. All half armor. And he's got well.
What's my mustache care routine like? Non-existent. I should take better care of it. One of the makeup people here has some really good mustache wax, and for the first time ever my mustache was styled properly, and it looked so good, and I need to ask her what it is and get some.
Yeah, I thought Envy was going to have the advantage there, but Meteor just flicks right up.
This looks really dangerous. Borkum's walking forwards, opening himself up to multiple angles as soon as the wall goes down. They have Munchkin in a deep lurk position towards Halls. There are so many ways that this can go wrong in the 4v5 for Secret, even though their weaponry is good.
To be broken in Halls if Munchkin so chooses to push up, but he's just going to hold next to doors. This could be an instantaneous pinch.
They know exactly where.
That's
a nice recon position. Catches people from double doors. Borkum is in a horrible anchor position there.
Yeah, this is really, really rough now as they get that neural theft online. See Meteor trying to fish for some Cosmic Divide invested here for Gen G. Try to really make this unassailable. Texture gonna be
I wonder if we'll ever see a game where there's more eco rounds than like anti-ecos. Do you know what that doesn't really make sense, but I wonder if we'll ever see a game in Valorant where the teams that had the lower eco won more often than they lost.
He's going to have to get instant 3 taps. They're just not showing themselves. They know time is on their side. Munchkin even winning it with the Sheriff.
It's not like we're close at the moment. I think the closest we've ever been was Cloud9, where they used to win 30% of their ecos.
On the back of Meteor's opening pick here. Now, and this is no fault of Envy. He just gets outplayed. I mean, he's holding a great angle. It's the right thing. He even gets a shot to land.
Yeah, it would have to be over like a long term, over the whole match or something.
Too fast, too good. And that opens things up. You're able to get the neural.
Yep, that's another thrifty.
Cosmic Divide to buy a lot of extra time here.
It only takes a small mistake at the moment, and teams are pretty good at being able to snowball that forwards. I think teams' anti-eco strategies need to be adjusting up. I think teams have gotten better at the ecos without thinking about really like how to counter the way that people are playing. I think they're still playing really spread. And in positions where they're thinking about like taking out one, when really what happens is you ended up getting faced by like 3. Oh, they spotted Jeremy.
Especially since you're catching Texture and Lakia, 2 crucial parts to Gen G.
Jeremy didn't leave. He just cloudbursted himself and stayed there.
I mean, it's gonna be
That's bizarre.
really tough here now. You would think for Gen G.
Okay, well, Team Secret still dominate the entirety of mid control. Munchkin doesn't have spikes, so they're not going to get the pit down. Oh, that looks really rough from NDG. Kind of flicked away from Lakia.
Now the site always meant to be empty. NDG was always meant to just buy time for the rest of Team Secret. We'll have to take a look at what the retake looks, but Charon is distracting Jesse Vash. He cannot come to provide that.
I like the post-plant position from Charon.
Support on that
Munchkin
Now entering in from
Doesn't have... I feel like Munchkin's baiting a little bit here. He's going for the snakebite lineups, but I don't think that really makes sense. He doesn't have the smoke on the spike, and they already have the pull. Oh, now Karen can't use pull because he got ulted. Great ult by Envy.
They cannot use their skills, and Envy's just pushing out, knowing that they can't do anything to stop this defuse. The half has been done. They're still able to try to continue.
They got it just in time. Not so much time. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess 2 seconds. I thought it was tighter than that, actually.
Particularly the 0 points. The first one to get the info on that B-Hall's push, and then they're able to use that.
Yeah, I think Munchkin was baiting too much there, though. I don't think it makes sense to play. I don't think it makes sense to play Viper lineups unless you have the smoke on the spike.
Positions to be able to set up the gravity wells, the snake bites, those kind of things. And they are able to identify and isolate and eliminate the forces of Gen G there. Really, really nicely done by Team Secret.
Yeah, I mean, this composition of Astra and Viper, we've seen it a couple times in the past as well. Obviously, a little bit of
Munchkin's orb gets thrown up into nest.
But that's where that KO comes in so handy. You see that on the icebox.
I would imagine you'll see Munchkin hold on to his smoke when they're going for fast plays.
Great use of the compositional differences as they lead 4-2 in this first map of this best of 3.
Yeah, I'd like to see if Gen G is going to try to hit B a little bit.
If I'm rooting only for Zeta, should I be hoping these two teams end in a close match, or is it one-sided for tiebreakers? Yeah, close. You want this to be a 2-1 victory where every map is close. So no team, the winning team, doesn't get a big map or round advantage.
Just set up right next to the berry at the start of each round. He will break that, just trying to make sure.
This is crazy passive positioning from Jesse Vash.
Jesse Vash is sitting so
Jesse would love to go for the ult in this round as well to deny.
Quite a few times as well, kind of taking that commander position to make
the plant
sure
going
that
now.
still rotate. They have a safe rotation.
But I don't think he's going to be. Oh, he's redroning halls now actually. So yeah, Jesse's doing all right.
Bladestorm at the ready.
I mean, this is
here they go for the pop. When Texture updraft dashes, he's going to be basically on top of NDG's head. Here it comes. Updraft. Dash. Oh, he didn't path there. Disengage from Jeremy. I like that. I really like the way that Jeremy is helping NDG on site here. Munchkin's playing to his outs there. It looks really stupid, but he's just trying to get the stick down because it's the only way they win the round.
Yeah, phenomenal movement here from Jeremy.
Jeremy in the previous round, when they went for that B split, Gen G, he just smoked himself and distracted completely for NDG to get kills. And in this round, he smokes and dashes away. They get the kill off the trip, and he pulls Texture all the way out so that NDG can get 3. Well, 4, I suppose, when he goes and cleans up Texture.
That's going to be a real problem.
Well, that's, even though Jeremy only gets 1, that's all him, really.
But since then, he has looked really solid on this beat.
He's like a carrot on the end of a stick. No.
Go as far to even say that Team Secret kind of. That some utility might have been
like a tasty bit of bait.
Both holding close for that cross angle, trying to make sure that they're the ones throwing a curveball. And Gen G perhaps relying a bit too much on the fact that it does seem they've identified, okay, it's always this NDG anchor.
Jet is a really good site anchor sometimes. Like on Haven on C, Jet is so good as well. You get the op there, you play inside your smoke, hold on a bit of backside control.
That we kind of rough him up to make it an easy site entry, but he has not been shaken at all on B side.
Yeah, the idea is not bad at all from Gen G. It's just Team Secret is a step ahead.
But if Jeremy's going to hard anchor B with NDG, that means that Gen G should be able to walk around the map a lot more. Because you're not really worried about the Jet like peeking you in all of the aggressive angles. So I think Gen G here should be just trying to mop up map control as much as possible. Just go and take as much map control as you possibly can and assume that Jeremy isn't going to be swinging you.
That Viper's pit down. The plants have been mostly few and far between. I mean, that one round was all that they really got. The other one was a pistol win off the
go up holes, break the trip, take A main at the start of the round, take elbow on your own as a Cypher. I don't think you should be worried about any of this stuff.
So far has Gen G.
Yeah, Gen G's just walking up mid. This seems pretty good. Texture's going to try and take a duel against Jeremy.
Interesting here, but look at that. Where that
Ooh, Texture's been seen.
That's a great setup.
What an angle.
I mean, even lining up for the headshot on the jump onto the box as well. Jeremy was just prepared for it, knows exactly how.
I would have preferred to see Texture actually try to take a fight instead of trying to lurk in there, but
and now Secret,
I just didn't realize that first of all, Jeremy was there and that he could be seen.
Just trying to stay alive, trying to create space for Envy.
I want to go halvesies on getting Bren a cameo birthday video from the Island Boys. Who are the Island Boys?
Yeah, I love what I'm seeing. A lot of kind of what we saw against Talon, where they just kind of let the players.
When is Bren's birthday again?
Try to react based off of that on their defender side. Nobody.
It's early March, isn't it?
Just yet. Nobody doing anything unorthodox on the side of Team Secret. Jesse Bash now.
The brothers who make out with each other for content. What?
He does get flashed though, right off on the pop flash. The Hunter's Fury was awaiting. Can it delay? Oh, it's actually just going to get a kill. Even gets the second tag as
great
well.
Ult from Jesse.
Sure, the spike will be planted and the pit will go up, but this is a risk.
Gen G need this one now. They've committed Munchkin's ult.
Now the neural theft. They know that both are sitting in the site. There's no exit. They've got him surrounded.
Spam.
Shock dart, a lot of damage onto
Ooh, that's so close to Lakia. Oh, there goes the pit. It's over.
Lakia, he's wrapped all the way around.
It's over. They don't deserve your money.
He cannot get the second and third. But now it's still a 1v1, trying to go for that pop flash.
Ooh, Lakia. He's kind of cooking, but I don't think he can get it. Nice try though. Good attempt.
It's going to be Team Secret leading once again 6-2.
I'm such a VOD frog. I keep forgetting I'm actually listening to Live Egg. Yeah, Filipinos are winning. Ness, they're looking really good.
He expects that there's going to be movement towards the other side of that Viper's pit. Let's loose with the shock dart to soften up.
Yeah, rounds like that should define who wins the map.
Sorry, and the Hunter's Furies, just absolutely beautiful.
You had a chance to make it close. You invested your pit. To be fair, they can still buy this round, so there's still a chance. Shock Molly. Oh, that's a lot of damage to Texture.
Kills come out from that move before, so Texture just barely getting out of that one, not getting hit with the bulk of the actual combo, the snake bite and the shock dart. And Secret continue to hold some mid control. It's back to NDG, solo anchor on B side, and this is just such a safe default setup from Secret. No reason to budge.
See if they're going to push out of Charon's smoke through mid, though. Sitting right by the pillar in the smoke.
Yeah, Yoru's pretty good for being able to get onto site. The thing that the Yoru teams will still not be amazing at is like getting the A main control at the beginning. But there aren't a huge amount of teams setting up good plays for fighting over those areas. I think that makes a massive difference on defense. How well you set up your jet to take early engagements.
Now we'll see what the preparation is. It seemed earlier Team Secret was well aware of this potential pinch. The Seekers come out instantly out of the cloud burst, and it's going to be a flood onto the site. Three members jumping all the different angles.
Envy is like on top of Karen. Karen was on top of Envy's head.
From the rear on A main, picks up a double.
Nice execute there, but Envy able to hide in a spot where nobody's really able to identify him until it's almost too late. 1v2 now.
Oh, that is a wide choke swing, but he'll get the information that he so wants, and Munchkin still safely stationed. Just keeping him at bay with the Trailblazer as well.
And Munchkin hits the shot. NDG just exposing himself completely to a main, hoping that Munchkin was playing lineups, maybe, I'm not sure. We didn't see very much of that big fight that happened on site there. Karen was literally on top of Envy. Like, he jumped on top of his head at some point. They're on opposite teams. They're walking on each other's heads.
From Jesse's utility as well to set up Envy for the first one, make it a little bit easier for him. So, things go Gen G's way. It's tooth and nail.
Oh, this time it looks like Jeremy's going to actually try to peek at the beginning. Jet v Jet in window. Oh, Texture doesn't go for the swing. He actually gives away his position. Well, this is different. Jeremy has certainly not gone for a play like this in a while. He walked down halls at the start of the round, and he's tried to play mid a little bit earlier on in the half. But ever since he started hard anchoring B, he's just kind of stayed in passive positions. This is so different. It looks like they're ending B too. This kind of setup is so good to throw in just once in the half. It's a gamble, but if you've been doing other things and you've been winning, I think it's so likely not to get checked.
They have no idea about Jeremy. We'll see if that comes into play or if it's just going to be time spent here on the 10th round.
They got a tag onto Lakia and Karen in bottom mid. Or, you know, like, they saw them both at least.
Jeremy's gonna hear those footsteps.
Alright, Jeremy knows that they're going over to A, so Jesse can move over there. Jesse still has recon. No need to use it because you think there's a sight hit coming through fairly soon. Wall used on A. Borkum needs to get the fuck out of there. Borkum could just pit right now, but he's going to try and help Envy. God, big kill from Envy. Borkum looks like he's in a pretty exposed position here, but his wall is good. Yeah. We didn't get to see those kills from Jesse's position, but Team Secret had the rotate there so early on because Jeremy heard all of the rotates. They had recon dart, they had fuel on the wall, Borkum didn't die in A main. And that kill from Envy onto Meteor is huge. Ooh, Jesse! How old is Jesse? Like 52 or something?
From the IGL of Team Secret.
He's nuts.
7-3 lead. Now they have a Viper's Pit to play around with. Let's see how Borkum wants to play it. If they're just going to try to gum up the front of A.
How old is he though? You can't say that. That is literally what everybody says about me. How old is he though?
We saw that work a treat.
He just turned 34. He's still a spring chicken.
To get a round win, and certainly feels like they might need it again on another eco with a similar alt setup.
Yeah, I think what we're starting to see from Gen G is, I mean, obviously,
are you older than him?
No.
Look
good, right?
No. He's half a decade older than me.
Definitely to support it, but if they're not able to creep up and really set up for the execute in the most perfect manner, they're starting to shuffle a little bit, and they're scared of using their utility to gain more information before going in because they have these playbooks where they
look at this setup. This is so nice. NDG is holding the angle that they would need to peak in order to punish Jeremy. Good little spray behind the dog to do a bit of damage to people, and Jeremy's positioning is good for one. He dashes back, plays in NDG. I love the way that Jeremy and NDG are anchoring this B site. Really lovely.
Spike is down, 30 seconds on the clock.
Showing that you absolutely don't need to be crazy aggressive on this map to look like a really good Jet player. He's dashing backwards more than he's dashing forwards.
Get some damage.
I guess that's kind of common on defense.
And Team Secret goes up 8-3. It's just these B-site hits are just unassailable. I mean, every time the utility.
But yeah, he's dashing back kind of before he takes the kills often too.
To set texture up to do what he needs to do as that duelist. And that angle is beautiful there off that cyber cage, able to see the heads of his opponents. Find some damage, and Jeremy letting him
Bold
know.
in his 20s, balls overdrive.
Spoke a little piece of his mind there.
Somebody in the chat earlier said that 30% of men start to go bald before they're 30.
People felt like Team Secret might be the underdogs coming in.
I don't know if that's true, and I might have misremembered the details, but I'm going to believe it because it fits with my narrative.
First half. As he takes out Lakia, the only way to securely gather information for Gen G. Initiator down, no flashes on the board.
Jesse's walking down halls. They've already got the pick at the start of the round from that updraft play as well. They have really strong presence over towards A, and they're not afraid on B because Jeremy and NDG have just been holding it down.
Well, that's absolutely the worst player to lose. I mean, now you have almost no ability to clear this Viper's Pit easily. It would take a coordinated push of some kind. You have no flashes. You have no
it's so nice being in the 70%. Says reinforce the head one.
Sure, Meteor's going to hang out by it and see if maybe, you know, he could catch Borkum slipping a little bit.
Time will catch up with you too.
Really interested in doing anything about that. This is
laugh it up.
Yeah,
you know, just
laugh it up, you follicle fucker.
But you didn't clear the Cypher utility. No reason for Team Secret.
The team that loses here has no chance for playoffs? No. They can still, if they lose here, they can still go 1-1, and in theory, there could be a tiebreaker at the end.
That's a great fake. I mean, what an interesting usage.
It's not over. It's difficult, but it's not over.
Of course, now you get the information off the neural theft as well from Meteor, so
Texture didn't get caught by that.
Should be accounted for and dealt with.
Oh my god. That wasn't even the double swing. That was Karen. He just planted. How have Gen G won this? Team Secret looked like they were in such a good position like 30 seconds ago when I was talking about being bald. And it all fell to pieces.
More than one member after he tosses out that poison cloud, trying to sell the idea that they've been bottlenecked, and Team Secret starts to just bite. And now, just 2 members. They put up the cyber cage trying to stick to the half. They want to get 1 kill though, and it's not going to happen. And Gen G, when things are all said and done,
all good though. 8-4. 8-4 is fine. 8-4 is fine.
Yeah, no, and I mean,
these team skins are incredible for the game. I played scrims and some team deathmatch today. The amount of team skins I saw in both was unreal. There was camaraderie over shared favorite teams, banter between people with C9 and G2 banners about who clears. It'll generate so much interest and excitement. That is so fucking awesome. That's so cool. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up a couple and hop in the game. Yeah. I need to buy some North American skins on these accounts here, and then I need to buy some like Common Core skins on my other one. Which team capsules are you gonna buy? How much are they? I didn't look at the pricing at all.
Here for Team Secret.
$25 per team capsule? That seems pretty reasonable to me. For a skin, a player card, and a buddy that's specific to like a team that you're following, that seems pretty good.
So Gen G fans just teetering on the edge as Team Secret, they've just been gaining confidence.
You think that's extremely expensive? Insane? I think that's decent. Comparing it to the prices of the other things in the game, that seems alright.
So a lot of their playbook is going to be tipped towards Team Secret. And another concerning thing here for Gen G is they were like
expensive in my country. Yeah. I mean, prices like that are always going to be very different depending on where you are in the world.
Is concerning.
Yeah, that's not
a lot of companies will use scalable pricing for stuff like that, don't they? But not generally online in-game transactions.
We mentioned again, if it does come down to tiebreakers today, after these 3 best-of-3s, I mean, map differential, round differential, all these small things are going to matter. So Gen G really want to take the lead and run.
Compared to the price of the other things in the game, though, it doesn't seem overpriced to me. It seems pretty reasonable.
Seeing what kind of information he can get. 3-stack towards mid for Gen G.
And to be honest, any conversation about what... dude, we had this whole conversation so long ago. In fact, we were watching a Breeze game whilst discussing 100 Thieves Pikachu handmade thing. Like, any conversation about what price something should be, if it's a non-essential item, is essentially just a useless conversation. Because the answer is just... whatever people are willing to pay for are large enough volumes in order to maximize profits for the person selling the item. Oh my god. That is so much info. So much info. We've just paused. Is this going to be horrendous or is this going to be goated? He looks like he's beefing. He's beefing. No, he killed one. He killed one and got out. What the fuck, man? There's so much tension. There's so much tension with the pause timing. I can't believe. Okay, yeah, there's no way that they're getting this defuse off. Team Secret had all the info from NDG as well. Dude, please. Please, I can't with these pauses. Please. Please.
Of Meteor, expecting him to be right around that corner as the door is.
Oh, dude. Down goes the quality, chat. Down goes the quality.
Against them, finding these positions where Gen G just isn't expecting players to be.
Saw it.
Hotel Wi-Fi, PogChamp. When do we see these team skins in VCT? I'm not sure. Oh, dude. Dude. What's going on with my internet connection? Please. It says it's full. It says it's full. Internet connection is full. Let's try it on YouTube. Let's see what that's like. Holy shit.
That's what makes Secret.
Skip to live. Go to live. Go to live. Go to live. Go to live. Dude, I fucking hate hotel Wi-Fi.
Yeah, no doubt. And we've seen that Team Secret very, very smart throughout this so far. You know, Jesse Bash has had some brilliant reads just on his own. But now as a team, you know, they
I'm going to click the 1080p
really
button.
use Talon's own game against
Please
them.
pray for me.
And, you know,
I shouldn't have clicked the 1080p
back.
button.
Now here
Okay.
against Gen G, kind of looking like a similar type of play style where they're just willing to let
Oh
Gen G be the
no,
one to
they're
make
going into the
mistakes
trap.
and then punish them.
You can't kill all 5 here though,
Find ways that
with
Gen
Meteor and
G's
Munchkin.
setups, can be used against them as well.
Oh, they're gonna drone too, and they're gonna clear it. Okay, okay.
Both targets, and
Nice,
they've all
nice.
been spotted.
Good
Only
awareness from
Classics,
Jesse
no
Bash.
way
Good
to react
awareness.
to that and fight back. Secret will find
How
a
is your
free
Twitch stream
B
fine, but the
site
YouTube stream can't
as the
load?
members of Gen G
I don't
go
know,
down to
man.
3, one
I don't know.
Sheriff in the hands of Texture, and because it's Texture, sure, we never know. But now they
I
hear
don't know
it.
why my
Sheriff in
upload
the
would
hands,
be
not
so
giving
much
easy
better than my
angle, trying to
download.
set up a
It might
double
just be
there.
because it's a
Can't find
hotel
the
and
low
nobody else
target
is
in
using the
either.
upload, but
You
like
gotta imagine at a
everybody is
certain point,
using
Gen G, they're
download.
just
I don't know.
It's just Texture trying to get kills with the Sheriff at long range, but they accept their fate. The rest of them
How
just
long do you
clashes
stay in a
hand,
hotel for while
waiting
doing
for the spike to go
VCT?
off.
Last year it was 3 weeks at a time. This year I don't know, but I did ask them to try to make it 2 weeks if possible. 3 weeks is pretty long to be in a hotel for.
It's not bad. Yeah, I mean, hey, you just had a classic. You heard that they were coming out your way anyway. You got to pick up whatever kills you can. Should be able to get out with all the weapons that they wanted on the side of Secret. Now a 10-4 lead, a pretty hefty one. Mostly half armors on the other side of Gen G as well.
Does Riot pay for it? Yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't make any money.
Gen G, seems like they're going to have to dial up something special, try to find a way to
Do you go back to the UK between? Yeah. So for this event, I'm doing 2 weeks. Then I have like a week and a half off, and then I go to Madrid.
Very concerning. Very concerning.
In a hotel for like 3 weeks there,
Object, right? If you got your
etc., etc. You know.
start to top the board, something's not going right. Star Duelist not with that Gary Power in this map. We won't name names, but
No,
sure,
yeah.
it's all of our favorite ICL. So, well, Secret. I mean, they can match the fire.
This mango orange drink tastes like it has tea in it.
Hunter's Fury will come online the next round. I mean, Envy very close to his null command as well. They've got what it takes to.
Did Munchkin just get spotted there? I think he did. Alright, Viper v Viper in halls. Nah, Munchkin's gonna give it. Okay. The lurk on B. Wait, what is happening over there on B? Alright, whatever. Karen's got a kill on Jeremy over towards A. NDG and Dexter were kind of like rubbing faces in B main.
Sitting on the back of Pyramid there. Use that gravity well. That one at least delays. That's not bad.
Yeah, especially with the jet down as well.
NDG was, I think, seen over towards B, and they are. Munchkin's watching it. Munchkin was watching it. No longer. Really good timing from Team Secret there. The pressure coming from A main, like a two-phase hit, and on the second phase, NDG hits from the side.
There just is no
Real
mid
nice.
pressure, no mid control, no mid
Meteor
information at
might
all
be
for
able to
Gen
make
G
something
this
happen,
round.
but I
Not
think they're
a
double facing
single
towards
ounce
A
of
main
energy
here.
was expended to check that part of the map, and it pays dividends for Team Secret, who find once again another weakness in their defense.
Yeah, this is over, isn't it?
That is not going to feel good for the star player of Gen G. We've been talking about how he's had the tournament of his life, and Meteor now trying to scrape together whatever he can. The only remaining member of Gen G from 2023, but time is not on his side.
No, they do hotels because
as they win the
they
2v1,
book like,
11-4 lead,
you know,
7-point
significant periods of time and
Gen
groups
G
and stuff
still
like that.
not
Airbnb
catching
is
clue.
a
That's the
nightmare for that
bonus
kind of
now
thing.
For Team Secret, and it's do or die time for Gen G.
That's a very kind offer, but I'm not going to stay in your old bedroom. Thank you, Retro. It's very kind, though.
Yeah, get those nerves out, get
Your
those
stream
nerves
is
out,
late,
get them
Egg? No, it's not. It's perfectly on time. Look at that trip.
very nice.
Look at that trip to try to catch Jeremy as he updrafts in.
The hands of Team Secret. You've got
Any chance of that working?
the Hunter's Fury. Munchkin able to dodge.
Maybe.
0 point. Now up and over goes Team Secret once again. Going for a
Why does your
mid-explore.
mic and your head look the same?
Munchkin at least considering this.
This has got hair on it.
In fact, they're considering it
My
full
microphone's
angle.
got hair on it. My head doesn't.
Setting up to try to punish him, but
Simple
the
difference.
early pressure from the Marshals is
Alright,
gonna
they've
back
caught
Team
me
Secret
to
off more towards B.
Jeremy's not even here, so
Over
they're
to B. I
certainly
mean,
not going for the
this is
updraft
a guy
play.
you wouldn't mind having this situation.
And he's busy shooting, so he can't get the
They're going to try and flood in.
his camera eye.
Karen gets a trade, but gets traded
that
himself,
instantly.
and this should
Realizes
really
that
be
the
over.
Cypher is scoping down.
Team Secret running
No
away
way
with
to
it.
react to that. Munchkin will pick up a consolation kill.
I did
but
say I
that's all
wasn't-
it's going to be.
I wasn't liking Gen G,
You gotta
but I
imagine
didn't
with all this utility,
think
all
that
the
they would
weaponry,
get
and, of
pounded
course,
like
the
this.
timing in favor of Team Secret that leads them right to map point with an 8-round lead for Team Secret in map 1.
I mean, it is an eco, but it's an eco you have to win at this point. So the concerning thing for me here for Gen G, in terms of just an overall perspective, is that they're kind of tunneling in on stuff. I mean, from the
this game
macro
is just
where they
over.
set up for this mid crunch,
It's
they
over.
kind of tip their hand maybe a little bit too early with those Marshall shots, to just Meteor not expecting somebody to already have flanked over to the left-hand side of the site because he's too
I don't know
busy
why I
popping
thought
shots
Gen G
through
would
smoke,
crush.
trying to catch
I think they were
a
playing
3D
some really
that
bad
he
Valorant
misses.
on...
The
Which was the one map where I thought Gen G looked
from that
okay.
side of the map. This is a little bit concerning for Gen G, and just great play from Team
Can't
Secret.
remember.
Just absolutely
There was one map,
phenomenal
though,
stuff from Team Secret.
where I thought Gen G looked alright.
The speed, it's a little
And the other
fast,
maps,
but Karon, that
I
one
thought
singular
that- was
gravity
that-
well right before the
Oh yeah, it was
actually
Icebox.
flying just
Yeah,
in
yeah,
time
you're
for
right,
map
you're right. It was
control.
Icebox.
Of course, the weakness
Good
being
memory,
the
chat,
blind
good
enemy
memory.
helps pick up that initial kill. Meteor.
Yeah, because they were playing the KO
Now, we'll
Gecko.
just wait until that KO eventually goes down, but Jesse Vash.
And then they kind of fumbled it on
he's
defense
trying
side,
to
but the
clean
attack
up
side
house. They're
looked
switching
good.
positions as well. The pop flash is good. Lucky will pick that up, and they will eventually pinch
It really
on
doesn't matter how many
Jesse
Gen G
Vash.
get here, I'm never going to believe.
Desperately holding on to this map.
Am I casting the Sentinels games on
Jesse's
Sunday?
so good,
I'm not
dude.
sure.
He is looking like his birthday
Let me have a
buff
look.
is carrying over today, man.
Oh, it's the
Like,
birth year.
Um,
Yeah, 2024, the year of Jesse Vash. Better watch out. 34, that's it.
That's right. This is his best year yet for sure. I mean, he is looking phenomenal. Great to see Karon having some impact with his utility. Something kind of felt like was lacking maybe a little bit earlier on in the map. Now starting to get a little bit more dialed in. Trap wires once again, as always, being set up on B. And now this time, Gen G leaning a little bit more towards this B side, potentially expecting a switch up. A lot of anticipation for Jeremy's landing.
Sorry, I got distracted by
Side
something
there,
immediately.
with the Cypher utility, trying to see if they can.
Don't worry,
finish
I
that
haven't-
position.
I haven't missed
don't know
another
what
meeting.
happened there.
I mean, just the op peek out.
I don't know why Lockie is.
To be fair, yes. Why was he standing right in the middle of the stairs? That is a question.
what was
that
I gonna
we
do?
never discovered
Oh
the
yeah, I was
answer
looking at
to,
my,
but Jeremy with a quick peek out.
my
That's the
thingy-majiggy,
kill.
right?
Repsalakia just a little lax on the timing, but either way, that leaves Meteor all alone. So Munchkin just trying to pinch together. Now Genji's moving across the map. They're trying to pinch into this B site, but unbeknownst to them, Hall has been taken over by Secret. So the real tail in this loop around is going to be Secret when it comes to it.
And Envy was ready for this. I mean, he knows that, you know, sometimes Munchkin, especially when things aren't going their way, starts to press a little bit with these lurks, tries to go for some cheeky hero
Holy
plays.
fuck.
Didn't really pan out. Now Meteor just in a world of trouble. Yes,
Dude,
he
me and
has
Bren have got some
help, though. He
outrageous
had some-
games,
That
actually.
goes down to the Launcher Sphere and Meteor just trying to stay alive.
It's
But
crazy.
they wait until he has to push out, and now Texture on
It's
the flank.
only
It's
a-
going to be a flank for
It's only a
flank as well,
tentative schedule,
as
so
we
I'm
do
not
see
I'm not
Borgum
100%
wrapping
about it.
all the way into defender
But
spawn. Now
I
Spike
think
is
me and
down
Bren
to
are following
line,
Group B.
somewhat favoring Gen G, but they have so few members, and the peek out from NDG.
But I'm not
doesn't get the
100%
kill.
yet.
Karon has to wait until the screen goes down. He goes for a quick peek, and it's going to be the timing on NDG on the reload.
Is this going to be it?
Now into the site.
Yeah, this is going to be it.
Just
Texture's
all
great,
alone,
but
and all
no
three
chance of
members
winning
spread
that.
out across a 13-5 one-sided victory for Team Secret as they go up 1-0.
Ah, hello Wired. How are you doing?
Impressive performance here from
Yeah,
Team
that wasn't a good
Secret.
game. You're
Looking
spamming
so
GG in the
good
chat.
at
That was
every
not a
twist and
GG.
turn.
That was in
Never
fact a
giving
BG.
Gen G much breathing room
That was
at
an
all.
easy
Really
G.
creative executes on their attacker side to
That was
really
a
accomplish
Team
much.
Secret looking
Otherwise,
really
it was
good
Team Secret all
and
over the map, always finding
completely
little
outplaying
gaps
Gen
in
G.
Gen G. Every time there was somebody there to hear the rotations and the footsteps, to see the
Yeah.
rotations, to anticipate the maneuvers,
Texture's
to
second
have a
time going
setup
negative
where
in this entire
Gen G's
tournament.
executes were able to
Yeah,
shut
not
down quickly.
not his
Well,
fault
that's
either,
it for
really.
map one, but we do have
But
the
I mean, his
devastating
team
body
just
right
couldn't
down
find
the
a way
edge
through
before
on
we
the
get ready
attack
for
side.
map two.
they couldn't find the timings to be able to break in, and they couldn't get onto B against Jeremy and NDG. They looked really good there. Secret looked really good. Can Secret make it out if they play like that versus Zeta? Yes.
Yeah, you talk about how there's a lot of quick adaptation here from Team Secret.
Oh yeah! Oh, I forgot that Wyatt said if Gentle Mates beat Vitality,
One thing that was off for
he would use the Plat Chat butt plug. Fuck, I forgot about that bet. Oh my god. I should have been rooting for Gentle Mates so much harder.
I remember that round. Envy knew exactly what was going to happen, right? Jumped up on the box, got the drop on some of the...
They actually weren't that far away. Wyatt, you got to admit, they had some nice ideas.
Just completely anti-strat. Team Secret, you know,
their defense sides suffered a lot because they just didn't have the info. But yeah, I think they had very strong chances to be able to win on map 1, but they just got outskilled.
Every round. And anytime, you know, he hears a dash come in from Texture or the bird flying out, he's just like cloudburst on the ground.
Why do you look so yellow? It's just the lighting in here.
Help him out. Or he pushes himself.
How does play-in work if everyone goes 1-1? Then we have to use some tiebreakers like map differential, round differential, etc.
Like they had so much more direction in this map.
Yeah, and again, as I mentioned, you know, mid and Hall's control, that was one of the things that I felt like
Will you be part of the VCT team skin review on Plat Chat? Dude, I did like a 2-hour skin review today on my stream, Peanut Boy, if you're interested in my opinions.
Super hard to get that pistol round in their hands. If he didn't get that 3K, that probably would have been a secret pistol as well.
Now, the casters are talking about the Jesse Vash buff, the birthday buff. He has performed phenomenally this map, you know, the Sova that we know.
What America's capsules are you going to buy? Okay, so I think the best capsules, hands down, if you missed my tier list from earlier, the best capsules, in no particular order, were Paper Rex absolutely dominated. Leviathans were really good. Kamikors were pretty good. Cloud9s were really good. Talons was fantastic. And
he always has Jeremy there with him. They have that kind of back and forth two of them as they get pushed on B. And when he was
who else? Who else did I rate super high? Koi was pretty good. The thing is, Koi had a better player card than they did a pistol. And at the end of the day, if I was going to buy one, it would be based off the pistol more than the player card. So, in America's... I feel like America's was probably one of the weaker regions, to be honest. Because the big orgs are either like trying to do this black and red edgy shit that just didn't really work in my opinion, or they are doing black and white stuff like NRG and Furia that was more boring. I think Cloud9 had by far and away the best America's package. Oh no, sorry, Leviathan. My bad. I forgot about Leviathan. C9 and Leviathan both went kind of crazy. G2? Nah. G2? Nah.
Stats against every single player of Team Secret minus Borkum have
the G explains C ranking the Team Secret Penguin. Okay. My reasoning for the Team Secret Penguin player card, Uberchain, was that I thought...
I think Secret has been really...
Okay, I'm unaware with how closely tied the Penguin is to Team Secret. If that's a really big thing for Team Secret, then yeah, it goes crazy. It was kind of generic in the sense of like... It was just a team celebration scene. Or not a team celebration, but like a sports crowd celebration scene. But the Penguin's super cute. The art style's super cute. I think it'll be really popular. It kind of just blends in with like other Battle Pass player cards. It doesn't necessarily stand out as something unique. It really does fit the Valorant like art style. It looks lovely in that sense.
idea. And
But that was the reason that I didn't put it super high.
you know, they got so
Is because I didn't really understand it, because I didn't get that Team Secret had like a penguin mascot forever, which apparently they do, I just didn't know. And I think it'll be really popular, but I found it to be kind of like, yeah, it didn't really pop. It was definitely the most wholesome one, 100%. Actually, I disagree. I think the MIBR one was the most wholesome one. But I think Team Secret was also super wholesome. Also, I think Team Liquid and Team Secret was super wholesome. But I think MIBR's was actually the most wholesome. Because it's like, you know, it's the kid playing on the monitor, like looking at their dreams years down the road. It's fucking sick. But also I thought the idea was really cool and very wholesome from MIBR, but I thought the execution didn't look amazing for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe it was the composition of the thing. I don't really get it, but yeah, the idea was super cool by MIBR.
You're right. Most of them, I think they all died to classics. I don't know how many sheriff kills we had.
C9 is fucking mid though. Sorry, you can't be looking at the C9 pistol and thinking it's mid. There's just no way. Explain, please.
But then they did kind of do the same thing back.
Check PayPal.
What is them up with a Marshall.
What is this? Wait there. What the fuck have Cloud9 tweeted? C9 is the most overrated? No. No. I won't stand for the C9 slander. I simply won't. It is undeniably a top 5 team skin. Undeniably. And I think it could be number 1. I think Paper X is C9 is the most overrated? No. Yeah, they cut out before I said it's not number 1. Paper X is number 1. But dude, the C9 skin is so good. The C9 skin has so much lovely detailing and shading. Inside the game, the darker colors tend to lose a lot of the detail, but that light color with the light blues mixed with some slight dark blues and some whites, all of the detailing stands out really nicely. It's such a pretty, clean-looking skin with a really nice color palette. It's not a hashtag ad, man. It's not. Listen, if any of the teams want to pay me, I will switch up my opinion so fucking fast. If General Mates want to come out here and give me the bag, I will shill for them. If DRX want to come out here and give me the bag, I will peddle so fucking many of your pistols. But as it is, I'm just on a pursuit of truth right now. And the truth is, C9 have got a great skin.
We're mentioning this in the green room, where you saw like Charon's setups as the Astra was just a tad bit too slow. Maybe that's also a factor here as to why it just felt so disjointed, I think is the word, for Gen G.
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, they really need to shape
C9 is not trashing game. I specifically looked at a video of the in-game, like, look of them. The DRX card is super good. DRX card, A tier. A tier.
But, like you said, Quack, Warbirds surely has more plans up the sleeve, and let's look.
Leviathan's looks really nice as well, yeah. Leviathan have cooked. My only problem with the Lev skin is that the detailing of the dragon inside the pistol, you can't really see that well, because it's a bit dark. If it was a slightly brighter color, so that the detailing stood out, it would be even better in my opinion.
The main thing is, as long as you know how Gen G executes, as long as you know their intentions.
Thoughts on this tier list? It's by Zelsis, so probably wrong.
If they get information and
my tier list on the VCT bundles, laughable, 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 boring, goated, bland, goated, laughable. I've given up on this already.
What is the definition of insanity, Asteroid?
Yeah, doing the same thing over and over again.
Exactly.
All right, let's see the insanity for Lotus. We're going to go back to our casters, Paper Thin and Wilcho.
All right, let's get back into it.
The thought just
so, Lotus.
Doing the same thing over and over again. Are we all insane for keep going back to the analyst desk after every game? What are we doing out here?
But then they keep coming back to us.
Oh no, it's an infinite loop.
I'm going to go to the VCT Americas game March 2nd. I'm not going to be there, I'm afraid, Beans for all.
On map 2. Now Gen G, a great showing on Lotus yesterday against RRQ. They've consistently favored this map.
You need to wait until you know what teams are going to be there, and then you'll be able to cook up a crazy sign.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They seem to have really
the best skin, team skin of all time is the Hangzhou Spark. The trans rights colors. Yeah. The thing is, the trans flag has just got an amazing color palette as well.
A little bit of a mound push here for Munchkin to potentially deal with.
It's just so good.
To try to slow things down a bit. Keeping a couple members over on the other side. I think looking to see how much contact they get here as Team Secret before they really fully commit.
Yeah, but they're not quite aware that the backup's already arrived.
I don't know what you would call it. Do you call it like, oh, what are they called? Like pastel colors? Is that what they're called? That like light blue and light pink kind of thing?
Right around the wall. But that gives the idea to Team Secret that this was a rotate, and they will just hold. They know that they can't win the timing fight if you rotate at the same time. Just looking to re-aggress, make sure
I'm a big fan of dual tones as well, is what I've learned from looking at Talon versus the other Redskins.
From Gen G on that attempt to punish the orb push, Munchkin once again under a ton of pressure. Has to
get me some Ruby, get me some Sapphire. We don't really have a team that has like Emerald Green though.
If anybody's going to try to push in, and
goes in early. Yeah, Jeremy coming in. It's going to be a double team as well. I mean, Munchkin not quite finding out that it was 2 members, and it's just kills on all sides.
If the first map wasn't dominant enough, how about a flawless on the pistol where Gen G tried to flood and Team Secret just bully them? Holy shit, they're owning them.
Gen G a step behind. Again, the util dump onto that orb is just way too late. By the time they even get the Paranoia and the Fade util out there, Team Secret's already around the corner. And then they're just waiting here, and Munchkin trying to do what he can, tries to go for an aggressive play into the smoke, seeing if he could maybe...
Now, when we were watching Gen G before, they had a lot of problems with how they were playing this map. They did some things fairly well as well. I'm trying to remember, what were they doing that was so rough?
Classics. It was brand new, very awesome classics that we have, Will.
Oh, it was their attack side, wasn't it? That looked so dodgy.
But maybe their success rate with classics would change my mind. We do see some cheeky kills with the classic.
So you're a GE fan then, if
well, they're definitely up there. If we ever get frenzy team skins, right? Team captures.
Yeah, leaving people in weird lurk positions. Just kind of sending it on execs without really figuring out if it was the weak site or not. If Secret wins both of their games, I don't know whether they bother playing the third game. There's really no reason to. But I think they probably will anyway, just because that's what they're planning to do. But I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a completely useless game if Team Secret win both.
What a disaster for Gen G.
To Gen G's credit, there was one player who was aware of it. In the midst of all that chaos, I couldn't quite catch who it was, but kill for Karan.
Nice try from Karan.
Some dinks in there. Nice piece of work with his.
Nah, it doesn't give you any champions points.
Definitely.
Playing in the playing games doesn't give you any. I mean, winning the kickoff
there was
does.
Recognition that this corner could be here. You can see it's actually Texture watching him and Meteor. Yeah. It's just people are walking all over the place in front of him.
You can't really know whether Pacific has the lowest skill floor when we haven't seen the EMEA teams. Oh wait, we have seen almost all of the EMEA teams by now.
I will say, for Gen G's credit, they were at least aware of that position of Borkum.
Sure. Obviously, the firepower not in their favor either, but the results will favor Team Secret. And now just a full clash.
It's a big paranoia. Counter paranoia comes out, and the teleport. Oh, punished by Karen.
Perhaps overeating just a bit further. Wanted to create a better angle, but his teammates not able to counteract that. Jeremy will finally.
Yeah, we've seen everyone except Fnatic, and we've seen everyone except EG in Americas as well. I think I would agree, but I also haven't watched every match in EMEA and Pacific. I haven't seen BBL play, for example.
Oh, but Jeremy's just so fast on that swing, and now
I haven't seen DFM play still as well, actually.
Texture on an island in tree. They don't have quite the hard sell information yet, but they do
too much Valorant happening.
Have their suspicions on the side of Team Secret.
No, the China games will not have any English casting, unfortunately. Wow, just 4v3, Jeremy rips it to kill Texture.
by the Filipino squad. Low health, not
Double face onto Munchkin? Or the... Hello? Hello? Envy? Hello?
Envy, who was
Hello?
too focused on trusting his teammates to push out a tree. That does give an opening for Gen G. Already a tough
Oh
round,
no. Oh no. Secret are letting it slip.
2v2. Jesse Vash still remaining.
Nanoswarm got broken as well. Oh, big from Jesse. And Munchkin's caught on the reload after having had to break both of the Nanoswarms.
Even though Envy dies there, I like the trust.
Ooh, that was
each other to hold these angles, and one really
that was close.
Key factor that allows them to, you know, really rip that showstopper and think, okay, we can get this done. Is that there's a quick checkup.
As far as I'm aware, Zombie HMF, the Ascension teams were not deliberately put into a bottom pool. They were in a large pool with all of the bottom level teams who like didn't make champs, didn't win LCQ, that kind of thing. So it was just a bit random that two of them ended up in Group C.
Drew it up for Team Secret, but still job done. Very, very nicely handled.
All right, here's a little trap. Now, we've seen Gen G try to go for this before, and I don't understand how this paranoia is going to work, because you just leave. Yeah. Yeah, that's why Gen G have tried to run this trap play multiple times. We've never really seen them activate it before, but I just don't see how that works. The paranoia angle that they're throwing that from, right here, I think the player that gets blinded on the orb is just almost always going to get covered by somebody else. Because the paranoia lineup is so specifically for the orb and not for anyone else who's going to be stood in front or behind it. I think sometimes it'll like randomly work really well because you'll catch a bunch of people, but it doesn't look consistent because you're going so diagonal with it.
NDG swung wide. Gotta find that first shot. It's just a stinger and a sheriff. I mean, sure, you evened out the econ for the next
Your friends Lev and Jeremy have their birthday today. Yo, we've got a Jeremy in this game going crazy as well. We don't have a Lev though. Lev went crazy. Dude, this is not going to be a good birthday conversation to link them to. Happy birthday, Lev and Jeremy. There you go. I'm about to pop off about how Leviathan had a good team capsule today, and Jeremy's going off in Team Secret. Who the fuck cares? Go and enjoy your birthday.
0-4 as the spike goes off.
And again, this is very, very concerning here for Gen G. Again, obviously, if Team Secret just goes 2-0, if they're able to beat Gen G here, beat Zeta, they move on. There's no question about it. However, again, if it comes down to the tiebreaker, the rounds start to really matter, and even potentially if there's some really weird world where the round differential is tied, comes down to how you did on your enemy's map picks.
Oh, wait there.
Good on Breeze at all. So this is
Sorry, let me pause and just go back for a sec. Because Paper Thin's explaining the tiebreakers.
Very concerning here for Gen G. Again, obviously, if Team Secret just goes 2-0, if they're able to beat Gen G here, beat Zeta, they move on. There's no question about it. However, again, if it comes down to the tiebreaker, the rounds start to really matter, and even potentially if there's some really weird world where the round differential is tied, comes down to how you did on your enemy's map picks. Did not go good on Breeze at all. So this is just snowballing Gen G's chances of potentially making it out of the play-ins, just right out of, you know, any possibility of having a chance.
Now I'm worried because Paper Thin there did not mention map differential.
Schedule and a brutal tournament format, but at the end of the
He
day,
only mentioned round differential and yeah, like away goals.
And it just looks like Team Secret came prepared
and
for
that
this moment.
is confusing because I hope map differential comes in before round differential. Bounce, thank you for the 9 months.
No. It's just one opponent, it's just one day. Now clearing out those angles that Gen G loves to hold. They often have that cross angle set up with the Killjoy utility, so Team Secret noticing that it's a change, and that gives him the confidence to break in.
Jeremy got over the top of the vulnerable there. Didn't get caught by it, but he still goes down. NDG looking to try and make a little lurk play happen, and Borkum's teleported over. What is Meteor up to?
Spike planted.
He had him read. He knew that Meteor likes to try to push out immediately. Of course, with Borkum's TP as
I don't
well.
understand how that makes any sense for Meteor. What's he going to do? Flank all the way through spawn rather than rotating with the rest of his team?
Yeah, that's going to be Envy.
I guess he could, but it's just so risky when you know that there was people right there.
1v1 against Lakia. No, Lakia with a nice swing and a crouch will clear.
Here comes Jesse Vash around the back. It's not planted for anybody. And this should be Gen G winning this round.
They're going to look for the stick. It's going to be the Paranoia on one side. Charon still trying to defend the diffuser. They're just going to.
Oh, it is map differential. Okay, cool. Thanks, Seth. I wasn't sure.
Just gets a nice extra.
Taki Taki, thank you for the 9 months.
Secret not only coming prepared in the strats, but the firepower, none of them really backing down from the likes of Texture, Meteor. I mean, even Charon, who Gen G has been touting, has aim second to none. Now, the push out from Mound allows Gen G to hold a bit more of a frontward line across the map. B site just being anchored down by the Viper alongside an alarm bot. And this A site seemingly prepared to empty if need be. You do have that Nightfall on Lakia for a potential retake or to delay.
I mean, he's going to have to find a way to get out of there potentially. Yeah. He's in a really tight spot.
Oh, Texture punished. Paranoia, I was going to say you probably have to respond with a Nightfall there, but Lucky is just trying to get back into backside. He's going to use the Nightfall now to try to stop the second phase hit.
Takes that full health to try to break
Jesse
it open
giving
for
me hope
his
for my
teammates on
gaming
Team
ability
Secret.
in a
The smoke comes up,
decade
but they
ago.
spotted him right under it, and Borkum will get the spray. And Jeremy hiding in the smoke already. Munchkin just barely surviving. But
The defense here does not look amazing from Gen G, but I like how much space Team Secret already took before they committed. Baiting that little jump peek out of Texture and then punishing. Waiting out the ult, getting in. It looks nice from Team Secret. It looks very controlled. Bunny of Doom and Mass, thank you for the resubs. Yeah, Jesse is still popping, even at an old age.
The one that hurts the most, I think. I mean, you were already stuck. I don't mind the timing of it because obviously Team Secret tried to stall a little bit, tried to wait for their own utility for that set execute to come out. So Lakia thinking he has just enough time to get that decay onto his opponents, bring the backup together, and scare off Team Secret. But Jeremy just barely backs out of the Nightfall. Still has full health, still has audio, and says, I will be that scout.
I didn't realize Jesse had a kid as well.
And that's all they needed for that round, and that forces a timeout.
There's less aim duels from Gen G today. Team Secret are not really giving them an opportunity to take aim duels.
And it needs to turn around.
You look at what happens in that round. Texture doesn't die because he peeks or tries to fight somebody. He's just looking for information.
The pressure of this match starting to get to him a little bit there, head in his hand. And of course, it's very tricky here because a lot of the things you've been able to get away with as Gen G so
Jesse
far
has a
here
10-year-old
throughout this event
child.
are now starting to be
Yeah.
completely dissected by
Makes
Team
sense.
Secret. A lot of these, individual hero plays and things like that just aren't being given
Wouldn't
an
it make more
opportunity.
sense to have the next match be the loser of this versus Zeta to ensure that the third match matters?
Really all together on the same page, and the timings are just a little bit
yeah.
off or a little bit too late, things like that. But here it's like Team Secret is just more proactive, just understands the positions better. Their utilities landing in more impactful situations. Like you said, Lakia there just. This is a player that makes it even worse that someone's free to just run around on the
0409 asking, is there any reason behind having capable tier 1 teams all around the globe in Valorant? I've never seen such versatility in any esports title I've watched in the past. I mean, in an ideal world, there really isn't too much that separates why somebody should be good if they're from the Philippines versus why somebody should be good if they're from, America or something like that.
That's the part, right? I mean, sure, you could go for a broken buy.
It's mostly going to come down to how many people you have who are willing to put a large amount of time into the game. And some of that's going to come down to how much it's marketed to people in those regions. Some of it's going to come down to whether it's acceptable to play video games for a long period of time in those regions versus whether it's looked down upon or whatever. But I feel like it's like gaming in general has become so normalized just across the globe, and the stuff that you need in order to play video games is also becoming much more purchasable. What's the word? Affordable across the globe as well. That barriers getting lifted means that barriers getting lifted and games being marketed globally means that you just have good players everywhere.
I mean, this is the dream scenario for Gen G. You mentioned perhaps using the showstopper to recover
There is, of
a weapon,
course,
but they're
still
just gonna get it for free
some
with
level
Meteor
of
getting the
barrier of
double on
entry
the
across
entry.
esports. It's not just
I'd say this is
a
probably the
flat
first round
meritocratic
of the entire
utopia,
match
but
that's left me
it's
scratching my head a little bit with Team Secret.
yeah,
A
it's
little
better
bit
than it used to be.
ambitious, not much help for Jeremy. Envy though, good against Karon.
That should lead to the spike plan as well on one side or the other. Oh, having a little too much faith that B side was
And the
open,
companies
though.
are putting more
And then
focus
B
into
still
marketing
trying
it
to check onto the
into
A side, and that's just walking right through
regions that they
the
didn't in the
frenzy
past.
finishes the job for Munchkin. And Envy now just looking to get maybe the Viper's pit up and ready for the next round as time not on his side. He won't even be able to finish that as
Another
Lakia
Thrifty.
will get the last kill. A Thrifty for Gen G.
Very well may be the spark for them that changes.
Yeah, there's still
their
plenty of
destiny
regions
on
in the
this
world
map.
that also
It
don't
certainly
have
felt
very
like
good
it was going the wrong way.
infrastructure for
With that
gaming
tie-
and like
with that
connecting
poison
with the
cloud
rest of the
there,
world and playing
really
games like
able to
this.
feel
I
comfortable
mean,
to get in to
notably,
try to help and attempt to take Meteor out.
non-northern
Cut off
parts
his
of
angle from Mound, but
Africa
Meteor was well
and
ready for it.
Oceania,
Not fooled by
like
Orcus
specifically
TP at
Australia,
all.
New
Now
Zealand,
you've
those
got
kind
the
of
ops. Now
places
you've got a bunch of ults
are like the
available.
big
Team
ones that I
Secret
can think of
with their
that are
showstopper
always
lining up towards C, but the push out
basically left
is gonna
out
be
of
tough for Gen
these
G
kind of like
potentially if they
global
go for this.
conversations
Yeah, they've got
because
double set up as well.
they're still
Just gonna hide
very
away.
much
That box is
isolated
gonna have to
from
be a
the
quick
rest of
peek
the
there, and he's not
gaming
gonna find
world
the kill, but it is a setup for Munchkin. He gets scratched up through the
for a
wall.
variety of
The
reasons,
trap
some to
play
do with
from Gen G
infrastructure, some to do
dismantled
with
by Team Secret. C-site now
cost of
open.
play and that kind of stuff.
Gen G scrambling to reposition, but they just don't seem to have a good answer as they are now spread out, one on each site.
Africa's
Orcum's just
fucking
holding that
enormous,
angle.
and
He's just
Australia
ready
is
for that fire to
fucking
be
far
there.
away.
It's just great protocol, great discipline.
So,
Now, just
so even if there
on the
weren't any other
board,
barriers,
Meteor,
that's
high
a
intensity.
lot.
Not quite sure how many members would have rotated through that. Lakia also prepared to fight for his life on C site. But Curiosity has killed the cat, and Meteor can't afford that in this round. Same goes for Lakia. He'll find
little
one, but can't escape with his
repush
life.
play from Lakia. They go
45
1 for
seconds
1.
so
That should
far,
really
so
open up
much
the C
leisure
site.
for Team Secret.
Meteor.
I mean, I'd be so tempted to just end C here, but they're just going to decide to go B, and Meteor's just out in the middle of open.
Unbelievable.
Team Secret
Great movement
grouping
as
up,
well, just a
making
quick
sure that they
react
play off each
on
other.
that first
Gen G,
contact.
spread out and look for
Caron,
clues.
while
See if
we
you can
don't
make
have
the
solid
individual
information
play
where
that's
he
going to win
might
the
be,
round.
The process of elimination in the favor of the 3 members left on Team
Gen G look
Secret.
like they've already lost the game, guys.
Now Caron
Like,
clearing every
it-
corner of
it-
the poison cloud will
I've
go
got a
down at some
distinct
point.
impression that I'm
Goes there
wasting
as
my
well.
time watching this.
Besides, rather than going for a hero play, might as well play it safe. Don't want to lead.
You can always get back into matches like this if you have a
lockdown
complete
either, it
like
seems.
mentality reshift, but
It's going to be a save.
holy fuck, they look out of it right now.
For sure. With a,
It looks very GG
there
go
is
next.
some bank account here.
New to Valorant
Gen G
Esports,
to
is there
work
any
with.
tier
He's
2 or
able
tier
to
3 scene in
cover that
Australia?
op. Jesse had picked up. Locky
There
finding him.
was,
Come back over.
but
At least to carry
after
that
OCE
very
was not
expensive
integrated
weapon
with VCT at
into
all,
the next round is Team Secret
basically the
will
top
claim
Australian
their
players
sixth.
have
Go
just
up
started
6-2.
playing in like
Things-
China.
You know, you felt like maybe there's a
and
glimmer of
some
hope here
other-
for Gen G. You're finally able to get that
I
operator
think there's some
in
playing in
Texture's hand.
Southeast Asia and
And
stuff.
once again, Team
I don't know
Secret
what it
just
really looks like, the tier 2 or
tearing
tier
them to
3
shreds. And look
OCE
at that.
scene.
They're just so ready.
but
Everybody on Team
I know that
Secret
the players
knows
at the
their
top
angle
are
that they need to be covering, knows
leaving.
their job, and they execute it nearly flawlessly. So
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
especially
not
with it
sure,
not being
though,
a
to
jet
answer your
either, right?
question.
You gotta
Don't really
imagine
know.
there's some sort of backup. Now,
Some plays in
Gen G
China,
is
there were
coming
some
up
in
round.
India, but
They
no
go
longer
back to
there.
their default
Right.
setup that they've shown so much here at kickoff with the turret over in that new corner on C site. That's something that Team Secret has been checking for. Every time they attempted the entry into C, obviously it bites them back a couple of those rounds. The 2 rounds that Gen G actually does get the round win.
well, you can see here that
Jesse
early on
one
for
away
Gen
from
G,
being
it's
able
a
to get
push towards A
his Seekers
main to
online.
make sure that this
They've
is going
got
to be a C hit. Now you've got Munchkin
Seekers
and
here.
here. Tons of mollies, tons of delay, tons of damage.
This
that can
paranoia is
come
nice.
through,
Look at
and
this
you got the
paranoia
at the ready as well for
angle.
Karon. So
This looks
same
pretty
comes
good from
Team
Karon.
Secret, as long as the utility usage is
Just
good
designed to
for Gen G,
blind
should be a
Jeremy
fight
and
in
make
their
sure that he
favor,
can't
but
get a kill with
seems
the
like for now,
showstopper. Help his
Secret
team
isn't
hard anchor
fully
the site.
convinced that this is the direction they want to go. Alarm
Team
button
Secret
check
still have a
Texture
minute left,
over on
and
the other
Tex just
side.
posted with an op on
Yeah,
A. So
I'm
this
very curious about
they're
this
gonna
because
be
one of the
running
things
into a
that
stack on
playing
C the
Gen
whole
G's
time
opponents
that Tex
yesterday
just
is that
posted
even if
A.
you knew the setup, you couldn't
Here
break
they
it.
go.
This time it's going to the
Paranoia
guiding
doesn't
light,
land.
absolutely denies the
Paranoia
turret
is
that frees up
way way
Jeremy
too
to
late
fly
there,
high
actually,
with the
from Karen.
showstopper, and that is going to be the site broken open and actually cleaned up as well. Jeremy and Bork.
Yeah, that looks like a nice idea, but I don't think Karen is ever going to be able to land that paranoia fast enough. Because Jeremy's so quick through the choke point, and the paranoia is quite a slow projectile anyway.
Yeah, this is just...
I'm not sure that setup works, even though that was obviously their idea.
Make everything just really apparent how sideways it's going. Yeah, NDG should have him dead to rights here, to be honest.
It's so quick, right? It's so hard to predict that NDG would have just been
Team Secret are just playing some really...
Oh no, is he gonna go for it? It's gonna be the Filipino special from NDG. Welcome to Team Secret. You have now been initiated.
It's Tondo Gaming time.
Oh,
Let's go.
no.
And that's usually when you know that it is going to be a Team Secret match.
I'm just going to sit here
Gaming
and eat my dinner.
rears its fearsome head.
But look how quickly Jeremy is in there.
There's no extra help there from Munchkin. I mean, you expect to be able to cover everything with all of those mollies and others.
Love that as well. Borkum is making noise so that Texture continues looking in that direction.
Yeah, classic
While
Secret
NDG
round.
sneaks up
Good
and
counter prep.
knifes.
Good trades as well.
So Genji actually had the right setup there as well, right? Team Secret were hitting into the site, into C, into the 3 players. But they had a huge ultimate, and they immediately got a kill with it, and the rest of the team funneled in. Genji lost Munchkin instantly, the play with the paranoia failed, and yeah, Meteor couldn't kill anyone, Karen couldn't kill anyone. It's over.
He's the one being shut down.
No doubt.
Yeah, this game looks done, because Genji's attack side didn't look good either. I'm just gonna eat my dinner.
Really just punish Genji.
They didn't give me a fork.
Set them mentally back. They seem exhausted. They seem not as snappy, not as reactive.
No.
Just being outread in a lot of situations. It has become or die.
No,
they
bro.
need to start getting rounds, and they need to start getting them soon.
Shit.
Yeah, a little bit of a different setup for Genji here. Karon does have the option to back out if things go south on C-side.
Yeah.
Now one more Nano Swarm.
I'm eating a fucking...
You know they like to bait this out, and Meteor just going to be holding that off.
I'm eating my rice bowl with, like, avocado and beef and stuff. Kimchi. You want me to eat that with my hands?
Meteor answers back, here to support the team that he's been fighting for the past 2 years, but it's a collab for Jesse Vash. Round still in favor of Genji, but mental damage absolutely delivered.
Yeah, and I'm hearing some Genji players trying to get them fired up a little bit on stage, trying to see if they can get themselves back into it. And yeah, a little micro adjustment here from Meteor's positioning allows him to bail out that player. You can see, able to track a nice shot too. Goodness gracious, Meteor. Absolutely starting to feel it.
I'm gonna use...
Did you just see what I did?
Oh, that's so dirty. That is so filthy. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay, I mean, listen, you gotta do what you gotta do to hype yourselves up.
Yeah. I mean, look, it can still happen. You're not out of this
Okay,
by
that
any
one's a
stretch of
bit
the
cleaner.
imagination. Well, they're going aggressive.
Well, I mean, if they have that confidence off of that trash shot, they gotta deliver on it. It's going to be a triple kill for Karon on Texture.
Don't use that?
Still
Why
holding
not?
on. Lakia here for backup.
Use your hands?
Is Secret aware that
There's
there's
so much
more
sauce
forces?
and stuff,
They
though.
absolutely are. A 2-for-2 trade in favor of Secret.
All right, fuck it. We'll use our hands.
Equalize. 2-2 ults on both sides as well. Both sides, Viper and Killjoy. But the early rotate from Munchkin.
Wait, let's watch the 2v2 first.
He wants to find a timing here, wants to isolate the 1v1s. He's got to find it, but Envy lines
Envy's so
up
good
the
for it.
headshot.
He's so good for it.
And again, an attempted hero play from Munchkin gets shut down. Trying to see if he can cut off both these players. Meteor.
Timing.
He gets
one. He's so
one.
quick with it. Still got it with the
The
scope.
Team
but doesn't get
Secret
the
are just, they're just winning this. They are just guaranteed winning
I like
this.
the idea from Genji there.
It doesn't matter how
It almost worked, but
much of an advantage Genji get.
swinging that
They're
corner
just not
so
as good.
aggressively, so effectively. We saw him do it to Meteor earlier. Now he's just right around the corner with the extra cover fire.
Desperation hours for Genji.
It's so tough right now for Genji because this
All
Team
right,
Secret team, not
I'm
only
washing
are
my
they reading the maps well, but their aim is crispy. They're playing off of each other very nicely. This is something that really impressed me against Talon, was their teamwork, was the way that they just played for trades. They weren't afraid to just stick close enough together where they can cover each other a little bit. Jeremy's going to maintain that op. A bunch of ults everywhere in this final round of the half.
Yeah, just some aggression from Gen G as they don't have the best weaponry. Now they do have all the ultimates they would want. In fact, the entire arsenal of it for a retake. So taking strong control of Rubble, you don't mind it, you don't hate it, but they will have to at least delay, take out some of the other counter utility as well, because Jesse Vash still has the Seekers. Borkum with the From the Shadows as well can really throw a wrench in your plans.
And I don't think they've ever identified this alarm bot position. I don't think Texture ever fully pushed through enough to know.
Final round of the half. They're in on C again with the ults, favoring C a lot. I don't think they can break this though. I think you've got to cancel. Whoopsie daisy. You definitely got to cancel here, guys.
As well with this lockdown in favor of them. He will get detained, but teammates on standby.
Okay, he drops the spike so that they can actually go and do something while he's detained.
Trying to get his energy back up after his birthday. Trying to get back into forward. The pit goes up though, now that they've been pushed out of that C site.
Texture's ultimate just allows them to get the pit down.
Control of Rubble, but the timer, not in favor
Team Secret are hoping that Meteor goes for this repush.
Try to sell the fake, the Nightfall, but it's going
2 players caught. Oh, lucky I had to be traded there for Team Secret to win the round. It's over. Alright. Well, 8-4. I think that should still be...
No time for a spike plan, no way to get the ace
Dude,
for Borkum.
this is...
There will be a 4th round win.
This really doesn't feel right, by the way.
I mean, that's
like,
nice.
I need to mix this bowl up, and I've got to use my fingers. And the sauce in there.
Jesse, you know, probably purposefully taking the detain from
It feels so wrong, man. Oh, use the lid. Use the lid right there. You guys are fucking geniuses. Use the lid.
Jesse's tricks. But still, an 8-4 half for Team Secret. Concerning for Gen G. But now they go over to the attacker side. Again, they're better on this side of the map typically. And they're going to have to be if they're going to keep this match alive. Because right now, definitely feels like all Team Secret.
I just washed my hands. Don't worry. I just washed my hands.
There's some good rounds here and there. That last one being one of them. Some nice trickery, but they had all the ults to work with, right? Like coming into that round, like if you're not winning that round, then it's not great. You're feeling kind of bad.
Yeah. And the one on the very top, it's a little poem for Munchkin, trying to use his name as an acronym, but it just completely does not follow the letter. And it just says, Sangbum, which is his great name, wake up, please win. Has nothing to do with his actual ID of letters, just trying to send a message here.
Please win. Wake up. Yeah, that's...
I mean, that's what's needed, though, right? I mean, the call is clearly in favor of Secret. Jesse
I can't use my mouse to change the scene.
Ahead of Munchkin, the IGL of Gen G. And while you have some other veterans like Lakia, like Texture to help with a little bit of the call,
there we go.
Munchkin, we've been told, to kick off after some experimentation in the offseason, is now the primary IGL. He's spoken about how he wants to prove that the difference in direction that he chose away from T1, he wants to lead Gen G with that color, with that philosophy, and to do that, he's going to have to get out of PLAYINS, get to Phase 3 in the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to keep
this is
in check. He needs to get creative. He's going to have to dial
this
on
works.
some unusual plays, some plays that are going to be off script.
I thought I'd be more opposed to this, but this really does work.
Secret, but he's going to need to find stuff that isn't in their playbook, stuff they haven't practiced potentially, to try to find ways to break through Team Secret. Because right now, Team Secret has their playbook downloaded. This is something that, Gen G certainly had to be concerned about coming into today, is that they've shown
more aggressive look on the pistol from Team Secret, as they have that turret to take contact and 2 people fighting Mound.
Now you're seeing it here on Lotus as well, that there's info.
Ooh, but they know that there's 3 people there now. So yeah, not good fight for Envy and NDG to take. So they back up.
Jeremy, the point of contact back up from Borkum on the other side. Paranoia at the ready.
At the minute mark as well, trying to regain control of Robo. It's still a lot of utility, like you mentioned, available to push back the aggressors of Gen G. Now the Haunt's going to come out. Jeremy pops it out, but the Prowler to follow. But it's just utility trade, and at the end of the day,
where are they going now? They're going to end B? Jesse's already got the read on this. Pop the nano, bro. Pop the nano. Nice. They are so ready for that. What a read.
Spike down past the toxic screen. Paint Shells to push him out alongside Snakebite. They'll get that kill, but they have no idea how many more members there might be.
Ooh.
That's good news for Gen G.
The wall couldn't go back up in time for Envy.
Now a 3v3.
10 seconds left.
Not aware of Baby Door. It's a quick swing from Texture.
So tempted to go for the plant, to go for the plant denial. Wow, Gen G won that round. I think if Team Secret had decided to take that a little more cautiously
at an opportune time.
in the 3v3 and play the retake, I think they would have won. But because they tried to deny the plant completely and play to the clock, they just ended up losing that good coordination.
They lose a couple players on the initial attempt, but they have the ability. They still have the paint shells. They still have the paranoia. They still have everything they need to get the job done here, and they're able to do it
Texture
very,
is popping
very
off.
effectively. And that's encouraging.
Popping off in like a, you know, in that kind of sense. He's certainly not. Oh my god. Texture, #1 player of the tournament so far. He's now 4-11 and getting owned by shit like that. Holy fuck.
Gen G now stuck at door. Jesse Bash with a cheeky timing, but the Prowler will spot him out. Not going to be able to use that to his advantage this time. Envy even. Another
it's not that I have a big problem with this, but it seems
I mean, this round not
inefficient.
In any way
like I'm not getting very much in my mouth.
But NVG has found a timing, but so has
without
Meteor now,
smearing it all over my face.
We'll walk through, ring around the Rosie. It's going to be hard to recognize that NDG might be in the site, but Meteor, he does make sure he's thorough. And we'll bring
Didn't it come with sauce? Yeah, I put the sauce in there. Sauce is all over my fucking hands right now.
Gen G, they lose 3 of their guns. They lose a lot of armor on the players that survived as well.
Because you're not putting your hand in your mouth?
Economic damage done
oh,
here. So, yes,
so wait, am I supposed to be like...
Victory for sure.
Am I supposed to straight up be like...
Last time they won a pistol on Breeze game, where they lost the Eco. Nice hold here from Meteor. Again, if you can get...
Because that's a lot.
...of Gen G online, if you can get them in the game, can change very quickly, but still Jeremy
push the food with your thumb into your mouth. I can't believe I'm having to be taught how to eat with my hands. Like, this is the most
push out here from Jesse Bash.
This is the most like basic human way of eating food, and I've forgotten how to do it.
Gen G.
Yeah, I mean 1 point away for Jeremy though off of that orb on the showstopper, so if they do go for the flank a kill, that will be the showstopper for that retake. Team Secret on the defense, of course. Trying to funnel them to the other side of the map, and now with enough pressure down, it's going to be a repositioning. Trying to leave Jeremy alone on that rubble to hold on. If he gets a kill, he has that showstopper for the exit as well. And this is just a walk-in, but NDG is just right next to that one-way. Now a reposition as well after that corner's been cleared. This is going to be so hard to read for Gen G if they want to go into the C site.
Love NDG's positioning.
4 fingers to make it like a spoon, then push it from behind. Holy fuck. Wait, you're all cooking. You're cooking. That was so simple.
Make their way in. Meteor once again going to be watching for the lurks. Watching that angle.
This crossfire could be deadly. Both
it's working.
Not sure if Gen G is going to check the left side. And Texture, he's going to make sure he's thorough, but it's Envy one more. Texture not able to get the 180 swivel.
I'm learning.
Well.
Mommy, I can eat my dinner now.
15 seconds on the clock. It has to be a quick rotate to B, but the backup has arrived. Jeremy, if he gets 1 kill, once again, it's the showstopper. That Raze ultimate that's going to ruin the show for Gen G. They will be able to stick the defuse. The kill not coming through for Jeremy. A Meteor keeps Gen G's hopes alive.
This is really...
once again.
Rough for Team Secret
here.
actually.
That was a tough spot to be
I tuned out.
That had to be some kills.
But
so
this round,
time to get that plant down comfortably. And he's able to come
I need to tune the fuck back in apparently.
And the wraparound.
Now 1v3.
Munchkin, a little shaky on that, but Envy, of course, well aware of the possibility. He's got that full year of experience last year in VCT Pacific and has grown as a veteran now for Team Secret.
Wait this one out at this point. Meteor here.
Meteor trying to look for a kill on the exit, perhaps.
And an upgrade on the Vandal as well.
That just barely gets out. Won't finish.
Please get a fork. We're losing. I don't have one. I don't have one.
Member from last year's roster trying to uphold the name of Gen G.
And it's good patience here from Gen G. A little bit of a different look and some snappy shooting as well is helping.
Yeah.
Texture finding that
oh my god. Meteor. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. If Texture and Meteor are shooting like that,
that is not normally.
Fair enough. Gen G are going to win the round.
My friend.
But it's great to
The question
see
is, can they
Meteor
keep that
now
up?
in this position where he can kind of keep his mental in check, right? He's also one of those players that has other members like Texture joining him to support his firepower, so when things go south, he's the one who can bring up the rear end rather than always having to lead the charge.
It's a bonus one here for Gen G, so
I mean,
starting to
Korean,
slide potentially in the other
like,
direction.
avocado
Team
bulgogi
Secret
bowl.
still has some depth into this playbook.
It's super good.
Have to dodge that prowler. Paranoia now to follow, so that's to get out of dodge.
Yeah, they will barely get out with their lives. A little bit of a scratch onto NDG, but I think it'll be counted as lucky stars that he's alive. Secret losing control of Mound, but they will still be able to flood the site. Of course, bit of a half buy here with 2 Marshals and a Vandal.
Still that showstopper to be considered for Gen G, so they're really playing patiently. Still the Haunt, another utility available.
My first LA meal when I came in was Taco Bell.
Yeah, you gotta imagine Meteor's also been on the receiving end of that wall quite a few times. So the
I miss
experience
Taco
coming
Bell.
through and Texture will just blast back through. Timing not in favor of Borkum.
All right, next round we got to tune in.
And the Shadow Step, and a nice headline search for Texture as he clears out Heaven as well. Keeps the defenders at bay.
What specifically?
Bought the time and Texture has arrived.
I had a black bean crunch wrap supreme and 4 soft potato spicy tacos.
So clean. Turret, check positioning. Meteor gonna try to get aggressive on the back of it. Knows the Marshall's there, and he's got the double 3 in the round.
Texture and Meteor have just killed everybody in the last 2 rounds. This is really important that Team Secret get a round back here.
And this is something I was always concerned about with this team. In some ways, it's good that they're all great veterans that have had their moments, that have had some titles here and there. But at the same time, you have to imagine there's a lot of...
My God, I can't but cringe watching non-Asians eating with hands. I'm Indian.
When things go south,
Dude, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'll be real with you. I'm making a mess. That's what I'm doing.
Munchkin still trying to come up with new ideas on the calls. It's great to see that they're able to claw back.
I'm fucking lost. I need my crutches of eating with a fork and knife. Or a spoon or something.
The other thing is they got 2 huge ultimates online in that last round. They've got the showstopper, they've got the lockdown for Gen G. Jeremy, though, on an operator and a showstopper of his own. The Odin in play for NDG as well. So you can see the stack towards A. Really, really strong here for Team Secret. This looks to be a trap in the making. Look where those nanos are, too.
Yeah, the Deep Alarm bot, it is going to signify, but the Prowler pushes him out, and the repositioned Meteor on the timing. Texture all the way up to Heaven.
Oh my God, he flicks onto Borkum, and Borkum didn't get the kill.
Taken down by the showstopper.
Oh, Borkum, he wasn't looking at you and you couldn't land a headshot.
Texture where he misses an opponent, but it's a 180 swivel with the rocket in the air.
Tragic. I mean, you can't come into this. You got to save.
Now you are... Gotta save.
They have to save.
I mean, you have to. You invested into that operator. Sure, you
Envy's gone. He didn't get into his position to save.
Perhaps thinking they could inch through, maybe get one fly through with a showstopper, but this is not the moment to play with theories. As Gen G has very much made the comeback a real possibility, now leading 98 as this round comes to an end. They're on the hunt for these remaining members. They have the credit lead. They've got it banked up. They want to break Team Secret's
I threw a couple of bites down me, but in general, I popped off.
Jeremy still alive. He's trying to stay as far back as possible.
Now my hand is quite messy.
Yeah, doesn't want to take that risk.
So forgive me while I suck on my fingers.
That's the Seekers online.
Yeah, that's fine. You know, getting the Seekers isn't ideal, but if you're Gen G, but at the same time, you're still just rolling away with things, so you've got plenty of money, like you said, and now you've got another alt.
All right, they're taking a timeout, so I'm going to go and wash.
Things are starting to really cycle really nicely here for Gen G. Not just the round wins, but also getting those alts continuing to shift through, especially the big powerful ones. You've still got that lockdown behind you. Yeah, you've got a few for the side of Team Secret as well, and this is a good time to take a timeout, reassess here. Is this the first Team Secret timeout?
I think it might be.
I think it is, right?
They've never really had a need for
right, exactly.
So far. Breeze even comfortably in the lead the entire map, ending at 13-5, a very one-sided scoreline, and the first half 8-4 here on Lotus as well. Now the big question is off this timeout, you mentioned they have some good ultimates, they have the operator. Do they use the ultimates to kind of counteract what's going to look like a broken buy here? Or is it just going to be
Right.
Make sure the operator has support, keep that alive as we get
So I think one of the problems here is that
it is just going to be
their big defensive ult is also on the upper. So what I would like to do here is set up Jeremy to play aggressive on C with the op, like pick down C long with the op. And then if they use the lockdown, you have a bounce nade for it, or you can use the ult to try to fight it. And if they just go into a C exec and you get pushed back with the operator, but I think it's important to just post Jeremy up on C and then try to hard stack A and B.
A little bit concerning here for Team Secret. Some smokes gain a little bit of space, but the toxic screen.
Play like a 1-2-2 where you've got people able to swap between A and B really quickly.
Yeah, and we do have Meteor on the lurk in B main this time as well. So
which is what they've done.
Well for a pinch onto B.
They've got Jeremy posted.
On the util setup, seeing if they can bait out any of that crucial utility, maybe an op shot, maybe an ultimate, whatever it can take to gain an advantage and some information.
The nanos are a lot further back this time, so Team Secret is going to want to absorb the pressure a little bit more before they spring
That smoke indicates that they're going B. But the turret hasn't had contact yet. Okay, now it has. Texture's in.
All the space up to the entrance, texture in. The real question is, how do you get out? The Seekers have
they used the Seekers early there. They used the Seekers very early. I think Jesse's just thrown those away.
A little bit of damage onto Charon, and now a hold on.
If they use Seekers now, they could actually try and fight this with the Raze ult. What is Envy doing? Why are you going forwards, Envy? The rest of your team is playing behind the lockdown. They've got to save again. They've mismanaged their ultimates. And they've mismanaged what the call is, to flood or to fight the lockdown or what.
I think already Team Secret is saying,
mistake from Jesse using his ult, and mistake from Envy trying to fight.
Invested a lot into this round as well.
Team Secret are choking this, yeah.
Ooh, a leg tag there. And the finish from Jesse.
All right, I mean, I don't mind the aggression from Texture as well, of course.
These rounds should not be that difficult to convert. Like, yeah, Gen G used some big ultimates there. They used the pit, and then they used the lockdown in the post-plan, right? But Secret would have actually been able to fight it by trying to flood defend with the Seekers and the Raze ult if they had been set up to do so. I think they can do the same defensive setup again. But for God's sake, if they go A and then pivot B, you need to pull Jeremy into Waterfall and try to flood with his ult. Or I guess it wouldn't be a flood at that point, but like a fast set retake with his ult.
Towards the spawn of Gen G.
Jesse's going to take a risk in this round. He's got a really nice position if they do the same thing, A to B. And he might be able to pick off Meteor. But there's always a chance with a play like this that he just gets caught and dies. But if Gen G do the same thing, Jesse's in a position to win the round.
Just inching forward, you called out the deep, kind of further back utility from the Killjoy last round for Team Secret. It remains the same.
Never got sprung. So the trap is still going to be a little bit...
Holding on to the Nanosword,
but NDG almost gets caught. NDG just decides to re-swing.
Wide swing onto NDG, opens up the site. Lucky and Karen following suit. A site broken open, and Jesse Bash just will not find the timing.
Right, get this op onto somebody else. Get this fucking op onto somebody else, and fight for A rubble control.
Advantageous for Gen G.
Your players don't know how to hold on to A, and you don't know what timing they're going to pick to exec onto the site at all because you have no vision there. You're just getting pinned back into the site. You gotta. I mean, even if Jeremy uses the operator later in the round or something, if it gets passed back to him, like give him a rifle at the start of the round. Fight over A rubble. Saving again, third save round in a row. Ha 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 ha.
He probably would have gotten him.
Yeah, and as Gen G,
No, I didn't get to watch the Talon
ideal,
games.
But in a way, you're fine
Pixels.
with this because A, Jeremy's already got the showstopper. Who cares if you beat Devs over to him? You're full buy. You might as well gain all orbs anyway.
What is that reswing from NDG? Oh no.
This is, you can throw bodies at this all day. It does not matter. As long as you've got the round win secured, go for it. Yeah, there you go. Now Munchkin's in it.
Yeah, he was looking very pressured, of course.
Jeremy's still got the operator, but they're going to raise Season 8 at the start.
Absolutely good reads from Gen G, and
not
now they see the strong
Season 8,
pushback
sorry,
onto
but
Rubble.
Nade at the start.
They were fairly prepared for it. The spike wasn't picked up at the start of the
So
round.
now Jeremy's going to get posted over towards A.
So much info on what's
But
going on over there.
now the problem is
Team Secret, so
they're just going to go for a C hit, and you have taken so long to rotate. Jesse and Borkum are really late to move away from Jeremy. Jeremy might end up dying here to Munchkin. Jeremy's pushing forwards. Jeremy, no! Oh my god, that's ridiculous. He just owned Munchkin. Bad positioning, hit the flick, owned him.
But either you need to regain control of A main, or you're going to have to go for a fast push onto C. That latter part, of course, timing not in your favor. A Prowler draws out the showstopper. He does
Oh!
it. He jumps over the rocket.
He jumped the rocket!
Man, the acrobatics.
Oh my god! Lakia's absolutely done him.
Unbelievable, Lakia. Unbelievable.
What is it with Lakia and jumping? All of Lakia's best, most notable moments involve jumping.
That's for sure.
For sure. I thought he was crazy for keeping his knife out, but maybe that's just what you needed to get
Gen G still don't really know where they want to finish here. They're calling to end C, but Jesse's seen them. There's only 12 seconds. There's no time for this. There's no fucking time. They're going to teleport into B. They've got enough time to be able to stick the plant. NDG has to play retake here. Can't commit to it.
1 second left.
Look at where fucking Lakia is again. Lakia's coming around to win the round. Like, wait, they're timing each other. Envy got the kill on Lakia.
Gen G texture now holding from main. Meteor trusts his teammates, gets to swing. Contact there, now contact.
And here comes Envy again. Oh my god, Envy's just won the round for them. I can't believe that round. That is a crazy round. Gen G had a timing to commit C early on in the round, and Jesse and Borkum were really late to rotate. By the time they did rotate, Jeremy just started pushing forwards. He almost died to fucking Meteor. He hit the shot on Meteor. Oh no, sorry, Munchkin. He hit the shot on Munchkin. Lakia jumped over the top of his rocket. Envy and Lakia are almost timing each other, and then Envy eventually gets the kill there, and then comes back in and kills Charon. That round was bonkers. And that's what it took for Secret to get on the board.
Got the op back. They've got a judge for Jesse, expecting a player to potentially blast back towards B. We saw this previously with Jesse in that position.
That's close.
Yeah, and, I mean, a little bit of a ego battle there between the Odin and the Operator as well. But barely missing shots on each other. Just a little bit of a scratch up on Jeremy.
And I love that Gen G's taking their time now. It's been working really, really well for them on this attacker's side. Not many fast hits. They're really working the map, really trying to figure out where the players and the setups of Team Secret are, or at least getting enough space that they can just kind of execute so quick.
So Gen G have had a ton of success by just slowly, like, gaining rebel control at the start of the round, waiting for a long time, creeping up, and then execing A. Texture's boombotted into tree. The boombot doesn't see anything. He's probably going to ult off the boombot contact. Now Jeremy has a chance here of being able to shut this round down. If he gets a kill and then blast packs away, oh my god. Doesn't need to blast back away though. Great paranoia from Borkum. And a reposition. And Texture reads it anyway. Unreal, man.
Control of the enemy smoke. A deep smoke out from Karen as well will keep them at bay a little bit further. Jeremy just trying to pressure if anyone's here. Texture wants to go.
He's seen the up barrel,
but he can't find the kill. Yes, he does right at
the trade actually favors Team Secret though, because Jeremy wasn't really going to be that useful with his operator.
Out of range in tree, just opening the door.
Will he actually exit? Yes, he will. They want to hold from outside, just a firing range onto the spike.
They need to push people in front of
Now they're locked in over.
the defuse here. Oh
Oh
my god, Jesse's just running at them with the sheriff. Oh, he doesn't have time. He doesn't have time. They took too long getting in. Oh my god. Team Secret, man. Dude, Gen G are just doing the same thing every round, and Secret can't figure out how to stop it. Team Secret literally can't figure out how to stop Gen G from taking rubble at the beginning, waiting, and then execing A. Texture getting that kill with his ult, though, is huge.
That allows them to delay enough.
Because Jeremy had done a good job of getting value out of his up there.
By Texture, too good, reading those situations so nicely.
They need to maintain control of tree.
As well. I mean, a bit of a different blast pack just to make sure you get out of the head of the paint shells, haunt onto the side of rubble as well.
Like, I think swapping Envy over to play tree so that they have snake bites there would be really useful.
Found some fun with the judge, but it does get a bit more difficult with the pump action. Caron in the lead for Gen G. Had a great save in that previous round, buying just enough time. The second to last kill.
Also, the other thing that they're doing too is that they're leaving one player B instead of having them play A and just rely on playing retake B with like an alarm bot or something. They could, like, you're down 12-9. Go for the gamble. Play a 1-0-3. You're walking into the smoke. It doesn't make sense. You're happy if they go through the door. That's where Jesse is with the Bucky. Oh no, Meteor 1v1's Envy and then gets the kill on Jesse. Oh no.
But Caron rookie for rookie, and it's going to be the last kill for Texture as S Factory blows up. And Gen G bringing us to a map 3.
What an unbelievable attacker side here for Gen G. It looked like it was going to be all Team Secret,
man.
And we were in store for a fast 2-0, but they had something else to say. The
they just couldn't figure out how to stop that one idea.
And really starting to
all this happened because I decided to eat with my hands. Yeah, I'm gonna take responsibility for that. I'm not gonna lie.
Waiting for Team Secret sometimes to get a little bit over.
I blame myself.
Also starting to understand the way that Team Secret
I blame myself.
was attacking the smokes and other positions like that. I mean, you saw a Texture with that showstopper, just read Borkum like a
oh
yeah.
god.
Oh my goodness, what a map.
What a map, and we all knew this was going to be a long day, but Gen G guarantees it will be extended. We have the analyst there standing by to break down the action from Lotus.
We've got a series on our hand. What a way to start off play-ins. We are going to go to a map 3.
To talk about the positives, because I was generally discussing the...
I do have to give some props to Secret for
I was generally discussing what Team Secret were doing badly on the defense there. To give Gen G their props, they were really happy to pivot B with Meteor whenever A looked like it was overstacked. They were finishing A when it was easy to get into, and they were using good utility to be able to get in, and Texture's entrying was fantastic. I mean, obviously. But also, when it looked like A was too difficult to crack into, they were pivoting to B, and they had good post-plant setups on B as well. So, Gen G did make it difficult for Team Secret there. But Team Secret also, weren't really controlling rubble, weren't trying to swap their Viper over, weren't very disciplined when they had to play retake, and they ended up saving 3 rounds in a row because Jeremy was opping on the opposite side of the map, and they couldn't figure out how to retake. And all of those rounds where they were retaking with the op and had to save, Jeremy had his Raze ult to try to counter Texture's entry as well. And they just ended up like that. That there is another example, by the way, of how powerful it is to play Chamber. Because if they were playing Chamber instead of the Killjoy, they would have an op and they would have Jeremy instead of having an op or Jeremy. Do you know what I mean? They could have had the chamber holding all of the positions that Jeremy was holding with the operator, and they would still have a raise to fight for map control at the start of the rounds, instead of having to pick or choose between one or the other. That's so rough for Secret. Texture was a monster on the attack side, though.
He was like this giant sigh, like, what is going on with my life? And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, he gets knifed in the back by NDG, no less. You know, initiation for NDG into
Team Secret got no op now?
Knife plays.
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Teams are really strong on the attacker side.
Definitely a lot more so. And
yeah, I mean, I'm not saying they should have been playing chamber. I'm just saying that's one of the advantages of running it if you can on this map.
As Team Secret's anchor
I've watched round 19 on Split Volt Ninja.
Remember, once
it was a bit Melanie. It was a bit Melanie.
Team Secret, NDG trying to hold off tree or trying to hold down the site. Wasn't quite able.
Is there a stat somewhere for first kill conversion? Do you mean, yeah, we tend to call it 5v4 win rate.
And there's follow-up from Texture or Lakia coming into trade with the Prowler, and NDG sometimes just
generally it's somewhere between 75 and 80% of the rounds get converted after the first kill. We'll sometimes talk about it on the broadcast, but we don't tend to have it in these graphics at the end.
And that just prevents Team Secret from coming in with a retake.
No, I'm not going to watch a live police chase.
A lot better for Genji on that second half.
Yeah, the second half coming of Texture, right?
What happened? They came back from seeing 8-4 to 13-9. Genji took rubble control every round on the attack, and then exec A, and if A was being stacked, they broke the door and went B, and Team Secret could not stop them.
Instincts told him just shoot up on heaven, you'll get one, and he gets Borkum, right? Borkum didn't even respect that, so Texture definitely
the showstopper.
I like how you yeah, he did get borked, unfortunately.
Texture and Meteor were both
nailing
popping
Jeremy
shots as well.
Right after that too, he was just reading that really well, and you can see that they were getting that confidence back.
Can I interest you in Jesse Vash's son accidentally spending 5,000 Filipino pesos on skins?
Magkano? $100. 5,000 pesos yun ah. 5,000 pesos yun ah. Kanina pa nga ate. Saan napunta?
Poor kid.
Connect ko lang to sa akala ko hindi magagana pero nag-successful agad. Eh, saan nga napunta yung money? Kaninong account? Jesus. Jesus. Kaninong account napunta yung 5,000?
What are they saying? His mum's saying, where did it go? And the kid's saying, I don't know where it went. Where did the money go? How much is 5,000 Filipino pesos? Is it something like a 10-to-1? Oh, it's a 50-to-1. $100. Yeah. I mean, poor kid, man. Stuff like that is really not a big deal. But as a child, it feels like the world's coming down. When you... I mean, $100 in a one-off accident is recoverable. I'm sure Jesse Vash is making enough from Secret to be able to cover $100 mistake from his child.
And he has been doing well, but you're right, there are these moments where, you know, when the playbook is all used up, what happens after that? What's next? And they need to convene and talk about that. I would like to see more timeouts coming from Secret to maybe solve these problems. Now,
I mean, if a kid somehow manages to spend 1,000, that is a difference.
In a long time. Like, the last time was only literally here in this stadium, in this physical Icebox built stadium. It's the only time we've actually seen Secret in Icebox. But before that, let's look a little bit at the highlights of what happened just
My
now.
younger brother accidentally spent 500 bucks on Farmville on Facebook when he was a kid. We got it refunded, luckily. And I remember being a child and breaking a garage door and putting dents in a car by accident when I... Wait, what the fuck is going on here? Are these errors on the broadcast, or is this errors on my side?
Not as much as, you know,
as Alex.
Yeah, thank
Start
you.
coach.
Half and then yeah. The best.
There's actually a
Dunno.
Twitter profile that's
Dunno.
Alex's desk.
Yeah, I broke somebody's garage door by pulling on it too hard when I was
Anyways, yeah.
like probably 13, I think.
See, that's the
And then I drove my bicycle into somebody's car and put a dent in their car. All relatively expensive things to fix. It wasn't like actual money disappeared, but it was just I caused money to be spent to fix things that I'd fucked up. And I remember feeling extremely guilty about that as a child. When, to be honest, it wasn't a world-ending event. It was just a, you know, small or large inconvenience. It wasn't a world-ending event.
Sage,
yeah. Okay, so TLDR, last time it was Jeremy.
I memorized my friend's garage code, and then his mum got really mad and banned me from their house.
The very, very last time that we saw them on
Wow.
Xbox, so it seems like they're coming back to...
When I was 9, I spent $400 on my grandma's credit card to get money in GTA Online. We were poor as hell. Oh my god. Yeah, no, I would certainly never have done anything deliberate like that. I just caused damage accidentally.
We're going to go into the third map of this first series. Let's go over to our casters, Paperthin and Will.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Now on to the last map of the series. Now, of course, we still have 2 more best of 3s left in the day, and both teams will have to play another one at some point later on, but they would like nothing more than to start the day with a series win, try to get that lead to make sure they secure their
So I thought Gen G looked pretty good on
no
this
doubt
map,
about it, and
on their attack side.
for this particular
And then on
comp here, I'm really
defense,
excited for the Sage because
they
a lot of teams have strayed away with it. You know, obviously
struggled a
you can
little
sneak
bit
the Harbor in there
to be
for
able
a
to,
pseudo-Sage-esque
like,
guard of your
it was mostly that
plans
the
and
team they were
post-plans
playing
and that
against
kind
had
of
really
thing,
good
but
reads on how they
he
wanted to
doesn't
get
run that,
aggressive.
and the sites themselves
But I could see
haven't
Gen G
changed
giving
on
Team
this
Secret
new
a
Icebox,
lot
so
of
the
troubles
Sage
here with the
walls
Gecko
are
KO.
basically the same when it comes
Depends
to
how
how you wanna
ready
set
Team
them up,
Secret
how you're
are
gonna
for
play
it.
with it. So let's see how well Gen G can remember exactly how those lineups need to work to get around those walls.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be the biggest question is
Well,
how
that's
do
gonna
you
cancel the
combat
drone.
the wall, and of course a bit of an aggressive
No?
push. Now a lot of teams favoring taking over that snowman now.
Did it
with
just
the
get
site
broken
changes on
instantly,
B.
that nanoswarm? It must
It's
have
gonna be
done.
entire control, but they realize the site's been empty, so a little wary of
Oh,
this.
the Flash Dizzy
It's gonna
combo
be the delayed
already
Dizzy coming
so
out. It's going to
powerful.
get the flash onto everyone. Munchkin set up for a nice double kill. Envy just trying
I
to stay
mean,
alive. Meteor
right
just
in the
wrapped around,
first
and it is a
round, you
very
see the
quick
insane
retake for
power
Gen
of that
G.
combo.
Well, the wall is attempted.
Gecko KO is
Kinda
so
catch some
legit,
people
man.
off guard, but Meteor plays it great. Doesn't really try to punish this much. He throws the nanoswarm in there.
When I was
early.
8, I spent $500 on Clash of Clans using my mum's credit card. I convinced her the charges were false, so she called the credit card company and got the money back.
In the top of the site, they could
Yeah, I
potentially
mean, that's
punish up
the
towards
advantage
kitchen.
of doing it on a credit card, I
Not gonna be
suppose.
available. Great patience here from Meteor, and then the double flashes work a treat. I mean, Team Secret is wide out in the open. That's just
I like the Gen
what
G
you
combo
love.
with
That's what you
Raze
feast
over
on as
Jet.
initiators with flashes. Is players out in the open like that.
Yeah, I
Dizzy
could see
connects,
Raze
Munchkins,
being
flashes
used
connect,
on
and
this
then it's
map.
just fish
Not
in the
that
barrel
people
for
are
Gen
really
G.
doing it, but I could see Raze being used more
well,
because
he
you can't fight
started
over
to
B
heat up a
green
little
that
bit
well
towards
as
the
a
edge of
Jet
Lotus.
anymore.
Obviously had a rough going for the majority of that map.
But I think
though.
with how powerful
See if
Opping
he
is
can
on this
regain his
map,
confidence a bit
I think people
more
will
as we
always
see no armor on the
try
side
to
of Team
navigate
Secret,
back
just a
towards the
sheriff
Jet.
For Jeremy.
Also, you can play on top of yellow,
Which
is a really strong position. I guess you could anyway as a Raze though. You've got enough time to set up there.
For the third as well. Envy catching strays a little bit. Jesse Vash and Meteor in a battle to stay alive more than
Yeah,
anything,
the
but
combo
Meteor will clean up
is
that
you
kill.
throw a KO Flash and a Dizzy at the same time.
Great finish
And
here by
if they
Dexter.
try
I
to
just
break the
love the
Dizzy,
way that
they get
Munchkin
KO
just
flashed, and if they
drive-bys
turn
with the
away from the
Guardian.
KO
Team
flash,
Dexter,
then they get
like,
hit
not
by the
even
Dizzy.
able to get that kill with the outlaw. He's just like, nah, I got this, bro. I mean,
it's super powerful.
Backstage, Munchkin was fired up. He was so ready for this, and you can see
it's obviously really important to teach kids about the importance of money, but children don't have a very good concept of how money works. I remember as a kid being really scared, not scared, but like really anxious to ever order anything whenever we would go out to cafes occasionally, and I would just ask for like, can I just get a glass of water? because I didn't want my parents to spend money on me. It's difficult to teach kids that money's tight, but it's also okay to spend it sometimes on things that are good. I think it's pretty difficult to get that kind of stuff across to children. It's kind of easy for kids to just realize, like, money means nothing, or life is over if I spend money. Or, what the fuck? Dude, sometimes Envy looks a little oblivious. He's a really good player with extremely good aim, but we've seen a few times here where, like, maybe the comms are just off in the team a little bit, but someone's actively shooting at Envy and he's just ignoring them.
2 triples back to back with the Guardian. He's still hungry for more as the Outlaw cleans up one.
NDG still has 150 health. Texture would have to hit a headshot.
Now got the Guardian. Mind games.
Texture's being so patient, waiting for NDG to tap.
Knows he still has 30 more seconds. Just wants to wait for Texture to make a mistake. The one who approaches may be the one who bites the dust, but NDG.
Wow, Texture had been checking that angle so often.
And that's a triple for Team Secret.
NDG just found the timing when he stopped.
Still, it's a brutal round here for Team Secret, and I guarantee Gen G is quite happy with how that one went. Sure, you'd like to get the bonus, but you did so much damage.
Yeah, the Flash Dizzy concept is the same as the Leah Guiding Light concept, yeah.
Texture's got an operator in hand.
Basically combining like a breakable flash with a unbreakable flash is really good. The thing is, I think the Dizzy flash combo is more powerful because the Leah, you have to be like, you have to be looking at it for it to affect you. You can like jiggle and stuff. The Dizzy, if it hits you at all, you're blind for the whole duration.
Yeah. The replay, so I thought maybe you keep it, but instead they're going to opt to just.
So I think it ends up being a more powerful combo. Plus, I mean, Gecko, I mean, that isn't the biggest reason why you would want to use it, though. The Gecko in general is just so much better than the Reyna. Unless you're Aspas.
Just a good read on the economic situation. Still able to fire up 2. Now tries to set up a trade for Munchkin.
Big entry from Jeremy.
Just wanted to buy enough time for Texture to find an exit. Now he's not going to find a good one. But the timing is there with the one-way, so he's able to walk just barely out as Yellow does get cleared out with the utility from Team Secret. Now all grouped up, but a deep lurk in from NDG. I mean, Team Secret has all the time in the world to rotate over if they
Who should I root for here if I want Zeta to win?
The Filipino squad doesn't really have any information.
You should root for...
Meteor, the high-low setup alongside Texture.
You should root for Gen G, because if Team Secret win, their round differential is going to be pretty good because of how easily they won on Breeze.
Jeremy absolutely should have the advantage there. And that shuts down the approach. Now the toxic screen and the jet remaining was meant to sell.
Zeta clears doesn't matter. A Wyatt convert. He got to you as well, huh?
The big question becomes, what does your retake look like? Texture very low at 15.
Texture upgrades to a rifle. But Texture's miles away.
Not going to be able to use that resurrection just yet. See if he gets an angle on the retake.
Good punish on that attempt at a trade from NDG. Or like attempt at a swing, I suppose. Envy just got 2.
A double kill either way for the Sage. Does have the resurrection, and that's going to bring Jesse Vash back up.
Oh, this is over.
And shock darts available. Only 15 HP and a dream. Spots 1, but the shock dart barely dodges it. Texture just wants to find the 1v1s, but they won't.
Huge double kill from Envy that ended up turning this round around. He gets 2, gets the res, brings back Jesse. Major round.
Setup from Gen G. And I think now maybe Gen G kind of wondering, oh, what if
Zeta has looked shit so far? I wouldn't agree with that. I think they look pretty good. They looked they looked okay.
So okay. Back to evens now, 2-2.
They played against a difficult team. T1 are really good.
4 sheriffs otherwise for Gen G. Know that they can do damage with it.
And Global aren't that bad either.
Gain a little bit of space here towards Garage to put this Bucky to good use.
And that's the drone, and that should spot you just
Oh god, here we go.
The fragment actually does a little bit of damage. How does he still get 2 kills?
Sliggy's right. The Bucky is so busted. He was running through his own team's molly, and he just one-shot 2 of them with the Bucky. How are both of those one-shots?
Still hidden behind yellow. Meteor's gonna get the first kill. They're just not quite aware, but it is a wide swing from Borkum. Picks up the kill after a bit of a spray. Alarm bot.
Can Team Secret somehow avoid dying here? I just don't think so. Texture's coming around really quickly on the flank. Yeah, and with that shot, it's over. It's completely over. I think it would have been over anyway because Texture was coming around super quick. Another Thrifty. How has Lakia got 2 with the Bucky there?
Absolutely feeling it right now.
Yeah, he just won 50. Bang, bang.
After the start of that round. I mean, the fragment here may also be to just kind of confuse Team Secret to make them think it's actually a back off, potentially, but
I mean,
I don't know. It could just be miscommunication.
Yeah, the Bucky is back, Sticky Monster. Sliggy's been preaching it for a while. He always knows. Sliggy always knows when these weapons are busted.
I don't blame it, but it is a little bit of humor to watch as it's going to be a double push.
Sliggy is so down to abuse goofy niche weapons.
No overheat, backs off, and Gen G, they've dwindled down the numbers of Team Secret down to 4 once again.
And this was something that Gen G was doing against RRQ. They would get aggressive at the early part of the round towards towards the attacker side nest.
Grassroots Gold Valorant.
RRQ shut it down for the most part.
There's a lot to be learned from Gold Valorant.
Secret, just not quite mentally prepared for it. These rounds have been really furious, so gonna have to try to recover mentally. Jeremy, out
Team
there
Secret
with a
spread around the
Marshall.
map here,
Presence reveal.
which isn't the way that we've seen most teams winning their ecos.
Just trying to make sure that they're not giving up positions
Yeah,
on A.
there's
They even get the
NDG.
Dizzy spot as well, and that's an easy kill
Nice
for
Dizzy
Texture.
over the
No
top.
sightline for Borkum, and Meteor holds true on B side.
If Gen G
And the
end up
Korean
coming
fans
away
are
with the win
getting
on this
rowdy,
half,
as they would love to
they
see
are
Gen
probably
G
knocking
fight for
Team
that
Secret.
spot into the playoffs.
Well,
And it
it's
would
not
be just
an elimination
an
game,
insane
but
comeback
Gen G are
here
looking in
for
a good
Gen
spot.
G after such
If
a
they
brutal
can,
map one, after
if they can
such a
even get
brutal
6 in this
start
half, which it looks like they should be
map
able to,
number 2,
they're in a
to
great
have that
spot.
run back, and to now just be that Gen G that we've come to expect. The tremendous firepower, the coordination now starting to click. These double initiators have set up.
Yeah,
some
Gen G
really nice
also get a
kills
break.
for the squad.
I think Gen G have an
with
advantage
some
playing the first and third
phenomenal
map.
Shooting. Still the thrash
First and
for
third
Lakia,
match.
Bladestorm as well for Texture. Bladestorm for Jeremy. Lockdown for NDG though. So you can see Team Secret a little more wary, checking their angles a little bit more thoroughly
Triple
this time
push
around.
up mid from
Their
Gen
side of
G.
A. Lakia is way
They're
out
so
here.
fast up
It's a
mid.
push out, and not just solo either. A heavy push out. They spot nothing. I mean, not even a turret to
Drone
watch the back, so they're
used.
pretty
Nobody
convinced that
going for the
whatever they
flank
saw
though.
over on
They're
the A
all
side should be
stacking
the main
A.
forces, as nothing was spotted
Look
on
at this
B either.
turret
Just leaving
from
Meteor
Meteor.
to watch the potential lurk in mid.
This
And
turret's
this is
getting
the
so
site
much
already
info
flooded by
over
Gen
here.
G. Not sure if Team Secret will have any
The
guesses
Killjoy
to this.
setup is
They
allowing them
start
to
see
stack
the
4
wingman. They're a
players
little
over
wary,
here.
but Karen with a quick trade, and they haven't spotted Texture yet either. All angles still held by Gen G, and now the thrash to push
Here
them
comes
out.
Lakia's
He does
ult.
get the
It
detain
detains
onto
Jesse.
both,
Oh,
and it's just going
it
to
somehow
be a quick
detained
chase down as they're trying to
Borkum on the
find
high
last
ground
man
as
for
well.
Lakia will chase him down. Gen G
How
with
has
a
that
great
also
rotate, great
detained
read on
Borkum?
mid, is going to get the 5-2
That's
lead.
crazy.
It's getting loud in here. It is really exciting for Gen G fans. Now you have another no command, second of the half already for Munchkin, and just reading every push, every
don't know
angle.
how that's
Karen
happened.
there, showcasing his aim.
Yeah, the splash
Lakia's turn to
radius.
pop off a little
Sometimes
bit,
it looks
and is
huge, and
time
then sometimes you think you've got a couple of
for
people, and you've only got
Warbirds
one.
to pop a timeout. See if they
I would
can
like to see
get
them make an
things
adjustment to
squared
Gecko's
away.
ultimate where
Very, I don't want to say one-dimensional,
It
but
gives you the
very
information about
deterministic here
who
for the
or
side
how
of
many
Team
got
Secret, Where
detained.
they're just kind of now sort of tunneling in on a site.
because I think otherwise it's
and not
really ambiguous.
Kind of playing with the map like we saw in Breeze, right? A lot of attention towards mid, a lot of stuff like that. There's been 0 attempts try to get.
Do any of these play-in
pitch
teams stand a
control or
chance in the
mid control
playoffs?
Or any of that kind of stuff for the side of Team Secret.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
tougher for mid control though, right?
I think
Like
Paper Rex has looked vulnerable.
Hold on to it. And in the past, of course,
I think they could be upset.
You didn't really have anyone else who could afford to lurk around in this composition, as you need the wall.
I think also if T1 or DRX have a bad day, it is also possible that they could get upset.
On the lurk, but Team Secret, it seems like they're kind of starting to question.
But to me, Paper Rex seems like the most vulnerable team at the
double
moment.
Initiators, a little bit more flexibility, and now they're trying to focus a little bit on the middle part of the map.
As they should.
It's single elimination.
Put attention on it.
It's super possible that we see upsets happen.
They can't have this information for free, so I think they recognize that they need to at least show that mid is something being considered. So smokes and shock darts there, and that immediately draws a lot of attention for Gen G over.
Nice from Lakia to break the drone and set up Texture. But he gets it, pops dash, he's going back in again. Oh my god, dude, Texture's so fucking good. Lakia gets one. Oh my god, what's NDG looking at?
Cannot get this jet out of this position.
Did he think Texture had died somehow?
No need to reload if you're just able to find the shot for Texture.
By the way, awesome round from Lakia too. Breaks the drone at the beginning.
Just unbelievable.
Covers his back.
I mean, now the coordination and the teamwork is
kills Jeremy.
Now they're playing at a fast
Lakia doing a good job at helping Texture. But man, Texture's good.
On their defender side. On their attacker side, I'm happy to see them slow things down a little bit. But here, it's helped quickly. It's everybody really playing for each other. Texture, love the change in angle there. Love the way he's utilizing these new angles that have been opened up for the defenders.
Team Secret just assumed that.
Really gives you some space to work
Oh
with.
man, just talking about all the knives flying right by him. Didn't quite get the kill.
Team Secret just assumed the Texture was going to back off
really
there.
Rubbing salt in the wound against Jeremy on that last round.
Jesse goes for the ult?
Able to step up here,
No, because it was Texture that got tagged.
Shot there, of course, to cover him from Texture, but
Texture's feeling it. Look how aggro he is back onto the angle. He's so happy to expose himself to 3 angles here just to try to get the kill.
Spots one, wanted to get a bit more information. A little risky, but the Huntress Fury
The very risky. You can't lose that, Jeremy. You're not allowed to lose that.
But it took a little bit too much time. It's no command and the lockdown now for Gen G. They want to make this a speedy retake. They know one's up on
Oh
Heaven
my
as he
god,
slides
they're
all
all
the way
gonna
out, but
die.
Meteor just
They're all
chases
gonna
through. No
die.
one gets out of my lockdown for free, he says.
Oh,
But
Team
that
Secret were
being
playing
stuck.
so
NDG just
well
have to swing out, just have to
for the
get kill.
first half
They
of
have to
this
go for straight
match.
down, but they're ready for it. Half already done. All
And
3 members
they've just
taking down
lost
their
the
barrels.
plot.
That's another round for Gen G.
yeah, it's just really starting
Jeremy
to snowball here
is
for
swinging
Gen
out of his
G.
smoke into a Jet who's stuck in a Sage slow,
Texture,
and he
waiting
lets
with open
Texture
arms
get the
at right
quick
side
scope
each
off.
time. I mean, just give
Ah,
Jeremy,
to be
give him
fair,
just
that's a
enough time
ridiculous quick scope.
to get the aim back down.
Nice second kill by
Meteor,
Meteor
that's
as
not
well.
fair, man. That's just nasty there. The Meteor, the last couple
Oh,
of maps has
Jesus.
been so impactful. 9-2. Last map, he was their top fragger.
Yeah, this is
Jesse
part
and
of the reason
Jeremy
a lot
were
of
both
people were
popping
rating Gen
earlier
G
too.
highly. Is just regardless of teamwork, etc. If Texture can't pop off, you still got Meteor. If he can't pop off, you still got Munchkin. I mean, you just have this relay of star players from previous teams. As we see
Gen
now, a
G
little
are getting
shaky
more
for
and more
Munchkin,
and
but he
more
will still
confident,
get
taking
out.
aggressive duels, fighting Team Secret. They're not worried about getting punished.
Not much area lost. Gen G holding back on
Look, Gen G are pushing all the way out of B already as well, because they know Team Secret are grouping up as 5, just to try to make the A hits work. Oh god.
I'm going to forgive Munchkin a little. I don't expect the wide swing there either, especially with the operator in play.
Oh, and the snake bites as well. All these volleys coming up from Gen G. It's just keep
Oh, give him the ace. Give him the fucking ace. That is a nasty good ace from Munchkin.
The Korean crowd cheering for Gen G.
2 lined up at the beginning, but then after that, so sharp with the aim. They're feeling it. You've given Gen G too much confidence, and now they're just willing to do shit like this.
Absolutely filthy. It didn't hit the opening
Fucking
shot,
hell.
didn't matter. Let's fucking go, guys. Able to pick it up in the end.
there was a...
oh, man.
Hitting them with the let's fucking go, guys, and then hello. That is so
not
good.
The mixed roster that exists in Korea. That's T1, but he still wanted to speak his mind and let everyone at home know exactly how he felt about that last round.
Yeah, Munchkin's got pretty good English. He's,
Munchkin's got really good
talking
English.
to me
Yeah.
a little bit behind the scenes. He's a funny guy, and you know, Team Secret, man, it just felt like they had such a good read on Gen G coming into today, but now that
The game's over. I hate to call it here because also I was dead wrong with map 2 as well, because I said that game was over when Secret were up 8-4 and they looked just dominant map 1 and in the first half of map 2. But dude, Gen G have looked so good on their attack side of this map as well, with the Dizzy Gecko, sorry, the Dizzy Flash combos too, and their aggression in the post plant and stuff, or at least their aggression in the, like, as they're getting the plant down. What is the road back here for Team Secret? Jesse Vash still has 0 kills.
Setups for the Killjoy, helping watch mid. That allowed them to push out a B last time, and the biggest thing is Team Secret never caught sight of that. I mean, they just never knew that Gen G was so prepared because B Garage had been taken over. They do have NDG on the lurk this time.
I think
it's not going together.
I think it's over.
He doesn't have the weaponry to push through.
Yeah, it's extremely difficult here now, especially Texture's still an operator.
One of the differences here in this round that's good for Secret, well, is that they've got the opening kill. That's huge. But they don't have good info. What the fuck? I'm cursed, man. As soon as I say it's over, Team Secret wake up and start hitting crazy shots. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
For the potential rotate. Now, Texture has an inkling on this, but I don't know if he has the timing to.
Okay, so one of the big differences with Gen G's setup is that previously they had like a lot. They had the turret watching this, or they pushed up and cleared all of this on defense in the first 20 seconds. They do not have somebody watching this. The furthest person forward on B is Texture on this angle, and he's already missed NDG. Oh, Texture's so confident.
Pop out from Texture. He's ready for it, and it's the Sage of all things. Res down,
Crazy.
wall down. The spike is no longer
He's
safe.
crazy.
He has to stick it, but the snake bite's coming out. It should land. No,
Oh, and the spike planter got killed as well. Texture was definitely going down there because NDG was ready to swing. 2v3. Time is running low though. There's very good chance that Gen G wins. Ooh, NDG though picks up Texture's weapon and closes things out.
Oh boy.
NDG was forced to use his ultimate though. But they've still got the pit for the next round.
Again,
Gen G are getting up to some big holds though too. If Jeremy doesn't pick 2 people off at the start of the round though, it's probably fine. I mean, Munchkin is on a really open position. That's one of the downsides of getting so much confidence, is that you end up taking unfavorable fights like Munchkin did there. But generally speaking, I don't think Jeremy's going to be able to open this up in the same way. Texture is now upping A.
Just mid being watched from 2 by Meteor. He's going to slow push out. They want to regain control.
Texture's so good. Look at those reactions. Can they punish this? Good flash.
Oh, look at Texture. He's
Meteor got punished though, walking down mid.
That kill. They wanted to try to see if there was any punish they could find, but Meteor actually gets caught
Karen
out. Lurking out of 2.
might try to make an individual play here and lose the round. Yep. Yep. He could have just backed up and waited for Lakia to use his ult in the retake. Mano, 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 mano.
To combat the potential pit of Borkum and all remaining 5 members.
The double-edged sword of the confidence coming through here.
Oh, Munchkin. Nasty opener.
Texture's on the flank. But they're watching for it. Munchkin's popping. And now Munchkin's killed enough players. Oh no, Envy's still watching. I was going to say maybe Envy doesn't hold the flank.
Behind yellow, trying to just funnel them in.
That fragment grenade went to Jupiter.
Of this round for Gen G, as Team Secret will get the 4th round and just catch up to 4 to 8 in the first half.
So as soon as I said it's over, it wasn't over.
for Team
Jesse
Secret.
still ended the half with 0 kills, but his team managed to get opening picks. I mean, not an opening pick, I guess, because Jeremy did actually die, but he got rezzed instantly as well. But they punished Meteor, and then they punished Karen, and Karen was going for a bit of a silly play over towards B. Yeah, that's the Ascent Molly from Scream. Same lineup. Same lineup. Do you remember the story that Sliggy told on stream about how Scream changed his resolution right before one of his matches, so he messed up all of his lineups? Sometimes I just think about that.
Are they going to be able to dial that up again? And again, that's the side of the map that Gen G's been really good on so far this year.
Very entertaining to me.
Let's see what they've got.
Yeah, you have to wonder, because you have the double flashes on for Gen G. That's what.
All right, I'm still feeling confident about Gen G. Guys, it's okay. It's still over. Gen G's attack side with the Flash Dizzy combos, it's too strong for Team Secret to hold on. It's too strong.
The post-plant lineups are going to be different.
It's
There's
too strong.
Be a little more of it as well on the side of Gen G. So curious to see how Secret's prepped. Obviously, that's something we always praise him about, and that earlier timeout gave them just enough of those 3rd and 4th rounds to try to stay in the game.
Well, even if you get the wall up, you know, we saw it
Invis bought the wall. The wall is really good to play retake on pistol.
If you can find that extra flank angle,
they have the turret on Boiler, which also watches the tube lurk.
It can really turn against Team Secret, so certainly going to
Gen G look like they're going to hold mega passive in spawn. No? Okay, Texture and Karen start to take some slow space in B. They were just watching for the recon, I guess, from Jesse in case it went over towards B.
Mirroring each other in terms of numbers appear on the other end of the map. Jesse.
So Gen G have taken a lot of space on B here. They walked up all the way to the alarm bot. They're forcing fuel out of Borkum right now. They've pulled out the Nanoswarm. You could honestly end B or A here. They don't really know which one is the weaker site, but I think once you've broken one of those Nanoswarms, it gets a bit weaker. Look where the second Nanoswarm is. This is to stop them going for the Dizzy Flash into spawn. Gen G do like to push Snowman. This Nanoswarm could end up being huge from NDG. Here they come. Here comes the Nanoswarm. Does it isolate anyone? It does isolate Karen, but Karen still goes 1 for 1. Meteor is on the latest backstab play here. Oh, and they can't get out. Meteor, all you have to do here is hold the site. It's so important. Meteor's fucked here.
No cover.
He is just fucked.
He's just going to put it as far as possible. Meteor wants the first kill to run out from Borkum. He's ready for the trade. But
they've walled him out. They've walled him out. Oh no. Oh no.
And it's going to be Team Secret.
Well, Borkum had 2 really big kills there, stopping Gen G from reconnecting with Meteor, who'd taken the A site for them. Oh, Jesse got a kill! I didn't realize Jesse got a kill.
Much needed there. Jesse only has
amazing.
1 kill so far in this map. He was so hot to start this with
amazing.
His gunplay.
Jesse got the kill.
Pretty sick there, Borkum. That was Jesse's first kill.
If this game ends 13-8, we're fucked. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
During the first half, as they were just getting shut down back and forth. I mean, let's say it like it is. I mean, Jeremy and Envy really putting up the bulk of it.
Please say the words. Secret are definitely going to come back. They're not, though. They're not. Now, so far, I do like the fact that they were ready for Gen G taking Snowman control. They clearly had a game plan for what to do against that. That's good. That's good to see. That gives you more faith in Team Secret.
Kills away just to tag a damage there onto Meteor.
Don't think that's where Jeremy wanted to go.
Yeah, Meteor barely just
Envy might just get double-faced here and die. No, he takes 2 with him. 3 with him.
Slow orb is going to secure a 3rd. The commitment with the Stinger, you really have to stick with it.
He's got that Stinger spray transfer down.
Bullets he has. And they're going to continue hunting forward. High-low setup from Team Secret.
Meteor looking for a cheeky kill, but the recon is just going to give the fourth over to
What do I think is holding back Team Secret? Bit of composure in some of these moments.
I mean, that's a big one too.
A little bit of individual skill. I don't think anybody on Team Secret is quite as skilled as Texture. Or Meteor, actually, in terms of skill, but Texture's smarter than Meteor is. He's the full package. Envy gets the ace.
Very nice here.
The res might be really useful at some point.
That early res. Everything able to be kept for Team Secret. So you still got the
It's not the most important ultimate that you want online, but it might end up having an impact.
The Ghost to do some serious damage. Great recon, great setup from Jesse for the fourth kill.
Let's go, let's go.
There, and you can see they're starting to get fired up themselves in a very crucial round here.
Team Secret, Stinger, double Spectre. Looks like an absolutely shite buy.
Team Secret.
Yeah, you're really going to have to make use of all the utility that you have. You really have to bring this comp alive for Gen G. Once again, a 2-3 split.
Gen G look like they're doing the same thing here that they did on the pistol round, where they take Texture and Karen and just walk up B. Just Jet and Viper wandering up B. They're doing these 2-3 defaults quite a bit.
No doubt. They are
And then they just contact B with the Viper setup.
especially on this defender side, hasn't seemed to really
See if they can break the alarm bot, see if they can trigger the nanoswarms, stuff like that, and then they reset.
the A side, swinging back over the other way.
If Team Secret realizes that they're doing this, putting Jeremy over towards B
Nanoswarm is popped. Maybe give
and trying
a
to
bit extra
punish them for the
help
contact play
towards
could get
Borkum.
them
Wasn't
serious
pushed towards
value.
yellow, but Texture actually
Just
backed
in
off.
general, one of the
Took their
weaknesses
time.
of running the
Really
KO
going to
Gecko
try
on
to
this map
dial
is
up an explosive
it
execution.
doesn't have a
All five
drone to be able to
members
push
of Gen G
oppers
are
off an
making their way
angle.
over.
You
All
need
in
to
main
rely
as
on
well.
flashes.
I mean, Borkum, if
Oh
he
my
gets
god,
the
here
spray
comes
down, if he
Borkum.
gets the snake bites accurately, this could shut down the entire thing. He wants
Does
to
he get
close the
cleared
angle.
by
He doesn't
Texture?
want to swing out
Texture's
too early,
normally
but he might be a
super
little too
aware.
late.
He didn't get
does
it.
hear the
He didn't
toggle.
think
It was the
about it.
perfect time.
And
As
that
the
snake
goes
bite is
down, it's going
perfect.
after
He
debuff.
kills
Eventually
Karen as
gets the
well.
kill onto Charon. That slows him down enough. Only 20 seconds left on the clock. No easy way to force this. You got to send the wingman in. The nanoswarm's now done. The Dizzy to make sure that the spike goes all the way through. And it's
that
a nice
blind,
flash
though.
as Gen G gets 2 kills on the board. 3 versus 2.
This is where the KO
You do have
Gecko
the
looks
res, but
super
do you
good.
have the opportunity to use it? No.
Envy
It will
dies,
get
so the
taken
early
out.
res isn't even
They now have
useful.
information on the last member, Jeremy, with a bulldog.
Both of these players are pretty healthy.
Through Mosh
Well,
at
they're
the
both
ready.
doubling up together. Okay, 3, 2, 1
Just be a easy
swing.
double swing, and
Yeah.
it is. As soon as they get audio, it's going to be Munchkin picking up a headshot. leading
It's not
Gen G 9
a
to
bad
6.
thrifty
They
for
needed
Team
one here for
Secret.
Gen G, but a costly one. Still gonna be able to get
But
half
because Gen
armors
G are on the
and
attack
rifles.
side and they get the plant money and
Little bit
stuff, they're actually still
extra
doing
money in the
fine.
pocketbooks for the side of Team Secret. Still that res going to be available as well.
The Dizzy over the top
Meteor
there was
Company
so good.
Holding on for dear life. Couple kills away from potentially having this one swing way out of their hands, and that extra money is going to turn
Jeremy
into
is
an
upping,
operator
but he's upping
for the
A.
side of Team Secret for Jeremy.
I don't
Towards
think
A
Team
next,
Secret
but
have a read
Gen G
that they're just contacting
over
up
at
B.
already. Nobody even
Oh my god, they're
bothered
barreling
to
B
do
this
any
time.
util
The
trades
fuck
with the
contacting,
Gecko or
they're
any
in.
information gathering. It's just a full-on slow push up here.
So they just used
It's
one
been
Dizzy to
left
be able to get in.
wide open.
Oh
That's
yeah,
not
Gen
getting any
G.
of the info
The
on
reason
Team
why
Secret
people
position.
weren't trying to hold B green against Gen G was because they did that flash Dizzy updraft play, and it just fucked you.
Actually able to get the spike plant as the nanoswarms have all been taken out. So the
Alright,
Snakebite just not
so Team
doing
Secret are
enough
going to
on
go
its
for a
own.
set retake here. Munchkin, I
Now,
think,
Team Secret,
should
they do
pop
have a
his
res, but
ultimate.
They have an operator, so they want a long-range pick initially
Like,
to
about
try
now.
to get
Yeah,
to B.
perfect
They know
timing,
that, make sure
Munchkin.
those skills can be used, but they've already pushed through. They've already
Good,
surrounded
good
Yellow.
Dizzy,
Oh, yeah, you
but
have
the
to go
follow-up
through,
was
but he can't
tragic.
flash. And Charon, he can't
Oh
stabilize as he
no,
loses 2 targets
the
on his
Gen
three.
G
The two members
rifling is
must get a
falling to
meter, and they
pieces.
fire through. It's just the IGL left,
Oh,
and he doesn't have
God.
enough firepower left in the bank. Team
Whoopsie
Secret
daisy.
makes a swift retake.
Let that
I'd
one
be
fall
just a
away.
little bit over-ambitious here from some of the points of contact for Gen G.
I don't think Gen G misplayed that in terms of how they approached it. I think Munchkin's ultimate is really good because that stops Team Secret from using retake utility, including the Sage Wall, that would have made the round more difficult. Then Lakia's Dizzy was perfect, but Lakia couldn't get the kill off the back of it. I suppose Lakia's a bit far forwards there as well, with nobody playing yellow. I suppose the positions are not amazing, but I think they should have still been able to at least make that one close.
Sure, Gen G, given the speed that they went in, they expected to fight a retake, but perhaps not a flood retake onto the B site. Oftentimes, you're going to want to prep for that long-range pick, maybe set up some util to take over Yellow.
But yeah, Lakia
like
really can't be whiffing on the blinded Meteor there. Not
right
Meteor,
Yellow,
blinded NDG.
just swinging by, making sure that they can have cross angles at the ready as the screen goes down. So Team Secret identifying.
How do you get 16-20 watching in WP and normally 20-50?
Now it's going to be Gen G with the timeout.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The players got
How
a
do you...
little antsy.
16-20? 16-20 by 1080? Are you talking about resolutions? What the fuck are you talking about?
What Gen G does here at all in terms of the initial round idea. Take it slow. Clear the angles.
Oh, the viewers.
Use the wingman to plant,
how do you get in watch party? WP is watch party.
Some of the initial
I
points
see.
Texture swinging out like that, no one can trade that kill. That's just him going.
Yeah, I normally get 20 to 50 viewers.
That is something that has plagued Gen G.
But they're consistent, you know. It's the same 20 to 50 people always, and then the rest are bots.
For these big all or nothing plays.
I just pay the view bots when it comes to co-streaming.
Sure, they look great. But you need to just be a little bit more patient in that post plant if you are going to be able to get across this Team Secret team, because they still have their team work fully online.
The wall comes out at the same time as the Dizzy there to try to keep people back. Envy tucked in the corner. Doesn't get cleared though, at all. Oh my god, that's unlucky for Envy actually, getting timing caught there, but it's a 4v2. Shouldn't really be dangerous.
Just can't get into the side. I mean, the entire push has been stopped, but Meteor with a Sheriff, he's not ready to stop just yet. No reason to back out. They want to stick for the fight. Just looking for some gun upgrades. He can't get it. It's just a
this copy pasta was like the funniest thing in 2015. I'm glad we're bringing it back. It really was the highlight of comedy.
You haven't seen a Sage too often in your scrims, and you kind of forget exactly some of these angles that can be created with this wall. And it slips through Gen G's mind.
8-2 to 9-8, by the way, mate. Yeah, I'm not worried, though. I'm actually not worried. I'm not fucking worried.
Good spray down there, seeing those bullets through the smoke.
Gen G are winning this next round, and then they're running away with the game.
Invasion comes through on the recon, makes it easy for the up and over for Borkum. Yep, Team Secret right back in this. It is 8-9 now. Got the Viper's Pit, got the res still. He's been sitting on that for quite some time. Lockdown for Meteor here.
I need to learn that Viper lineup for the orb.
Find a way to just, plant it
Being able to throw it and still
Yellow.
commit early on the B hit with the rest of your team,
We
very
saw
useful.
A couple rounds ago where they're able to get the wingman plant
Right.
down.
Yeah, just a quick one, but
Jesse's using his ult before the lockdown. Okay, well now Meteor's got a free lockdown. Send it, Meteor, send it. They're just going to try and go for the plant.
And it's that 0 point that gives them
Alright, they get the plant. Well, now you've got Meteor's post-plant ult.
Jesse Vash just says, okay guys, I got this.
Send that shit, Meteor.
Be sure now the lockdown can't go through, and it's going to buy them enough time. But Team Secret, maybe they have some choices to push through. They're trying to make sure that Yellow is empty.
Trying to cross before the Viper wall's up, and just getting stuck. Oh no. Alright, Lakia should be playing really far back with his ult here. No one breaks recon. The res is big. Any time? No time, no time, no time, no time, no time. Jeremy gets the kill, but he's way out of time. What a big play at the end there from Gen G. But that round was sloppy from Gen G. I'm not mad about the first kill. Dying to the Sova ult, that's fine. But then Texture dying because he was trying to reposition without the Viper wall being up, just assuming that they had left already because of Meteor's ult, is sloppy. No one breaking the recon dart, so they all just kind of got stuck, is sloppy. They almost lost that.
Bit by bit for sure. Maybe not putting up the absolutely ridiculous numbers we've seen from some of the other
Gen G are barreling B again. This would be a nice time to throw in that aggro snowman take. But NDG's got another one of his nanoswarms over there.
the spike plan continues to be given up by Team Secret.
Looking for the alarm bot.
Judge, it's way in the back towards Snowman, expecting some kind of aggressive push out. Well, Borkum just says they're not going to get that far anyway. They're going to have to go through my guns first.
Yeah, Borkum finally stopping
Texture really isn't finding too much value out of this.
It's a good shout onto that Snowman, and they have to back out. Now they know the backup's all here.
Yeah, Texture not really finding too much value here on these last couple of rounds.
Too much specific
around them, so they're gonna want to stick to this unless they start to rotate now. They won't have enough time to clear every single angle slowly.
Gen G in the last few rounds as well have not been having Meteor lurk over towards A, so they don't have another option in this round.
Too many players of Team Secret here to really accomplish what you want to.
Okay, the 0 point to push them back. Oh, look at Jesse. Yeah, still haven't heard the judge just yet though, and the Wingman will not get the plan
dead
down.
again, and they kill Lakia. Instead of punishing the people killing Wingman, they get punished. This is over. You should save.
Gen G corralled around Yellow Meteor, trying
You've got no hope here.
With a very exposed location.
You've got no hope.
Jeremy will get the call, picks up the
Munchkin's going to end up saving a fucking Bulldog. He's going for a better weapon. Okay, Munchkin's going to save a Phantom. Okay, Gen G.
So Gen G falling for the save, I think.
I'm going to need something different. These standard B hits are not working. The power of the Dizzy and the Flash is that you can push past these very standard positions.
Push this angle, Munchkin.
I just wanted to pre-fire it a little bit.
Either run your 2-3 default again, or try to lurk somebody up tube, because they're always saving wall for the retake.
But what's concerning about this round for Gen G is there's no plan B here.
Or have an A hit with maybe one B lurker. Like, Team Secret are rotating really hard, and you must know that because you ran into everybody there. So let's at least have a couple people controlling the other side of the map, yeah? So they're doing the opposite of their 2-3 default. They're having the initiators going to push people away over on B. They don't even go and pick up the Dizzy though. And the two players with rifles are on A. This is going to be very tough to convert this. If Texture gets one though, he can drop a rifle and play with his knives.
Gen G just felt the need to say, okay, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But Team Secret fixes it just in time to make sure the momentum stops. And now going back to that initial start with the 2-3 split default, and without the great weaponry, they will just have to file into the crosshairs. A nice swing to escape the first
bold play by Texture. He's died really early on in the last couple of rounds, and this round just takes another really aggressive decision there to try to swing the upper. Texture dies again though without being able to find a pick. He's got his knives, but now he's dead. Can they even retrieve his weapon? Yeah, so they still have two rifles. It's not a disaster for them at all. And this pit, it's just going to be spam, isn't it? Yeah. The recon dart might have been helpful there in getting an extra kill. 10 to 10.
Just let it through. It didn't work out.
Oi, oi, oi.
Secret will get the defuse.
And they'll get a lockdown off of that for NDG. Survives the round with 2 HP.
Oh, I'm gonna need Texture to come online.
Classic shots almost pays the price for it. Texture has a Blade Storm. See if he's gonna pop that to try to save a little bit of cash, and the spots there early from the recon dart had already been let out a long time ago. I thought maybe that there was no drone available, it may be a little bit tough, but those
whoa, what the fuck's going on here? You gotta buy, right, Gen G? Yeah. Okay. Texture's just using his knives though.
One of his own. NDG, again, with that lockdown.
That's so weird. Texture could have bought half armor and dropped Munchkin, but Munchkin's just rolling with a fucking Guardian. Alright?
Right back towards 0.
Yeah, Gen G just gonna wait for an aggression as well, thinking that.
So Gen G not going for that 5-person B hit, which is good. I mean, the 5-person B hit was not working. But what are they planning in this round?
Trying to set up Meteor for
I think NDG's been getting a lot of information with his Killjoy setups in general in these rounds. There are 2 people watching mid. Team Secret is already thinking about Gen G playing a slower round through mid. They're grouping up 5 towards the mid round for the B hit again? I don't like it. It's kind of just, it's the exact same scenario, man. It's the exact same scenario.
From Jeremy. Texture, though, ready.
What? Have you got a different idea about how you're going to path? Are you going to try to push Snowman again? Are you going to updraft dash into kitchen? Insane updraft dash into kitchen? No, trying to catch someone in backside. Updraft to right-click Borkum? Because you know that's where he's been playing from, right?
Wants to cover these angles for his teammates, be the first point of contact, but he has too many angles to check.
Dude,
I mean, 180
what's
degrees,
the game plan? What the fuck? What is NDG doing? If there's one of them on site, he's not alone. Doesn't matter though, Team Secret able to take control of it.
Just scratches all the way down, and Meteor just can't swing around fast enough. Borkum.
Gen.G are cooking too hard. What was that round? They just tried to play on-site post plants without clearing out any of Orange. Didn't have control because they didn't split through mid. Texture's got to be worried about pushing. Like, Texture can be pushed from fucking on top from either side, from Orange, from Snowman. His teammates can't hold him properly.
Walk right into it.
Oh,
I mean,
dude.
If they play back, it gets shut down by Team Secret with the flood retakes. If they try to get aggressive, try to cut it off ahead of time, Team Secret's already there working together, prepared for it. Now it's Gen.G.
Oh, no.
Now you can see that things have kind of slid in the opposite direction with their mental. The head is back in the hand for Munchkin. And
yeah, they have to. They just ended up getting caught on site, just frozen. I think they're outside of their playbook. There's no way they've run that in a scrim before. There's no way. It just looked so half-baked.
Doesn't have lineups prepared against the Sage Wall and the defuse, because that's just something we haven't seen for them to buy time, maybe get a wraparound after the spike plant, because they've got it planted several times, but they're always trying to fight the retake head on when they have so many options.
I'm sorry, Achilles, for what I might have done to Gen.G here, but
just something they weren't expecting in this
how have they fallen to pieces?
Of course, you can set up that Sage Wall.
They're still getting up a decent buy.
It really disrupts the angle. Obviously, you
But
can
these
try to headbutt certain
ults
projectiles as well.
and the op. Okay, Gen.G, I beg of you, don't all group up 5 people on B unless you're like pivoting or you've already got a player advantage or something. Please let's not end at like 50 seconds going for another 5-person B hit. Please.
I think maybe they just aren't quite ready for some of those angles. Probably doesn't help that box got.
So they do this like 3-2 default double shock dart. Is that on the ult orb? Ooh, yeah, it was.
I'm just wondering. I mean, I can't tell you exactly.
Predicting that Meteor was going to be going for that, perhaps, or
I would imagine if this is a composition you're picking, that's something that you have in your back pocket. Now, a little more focus onto the middle of the map, though. And it looks like they're ready.
I'm still not sure what this is. This looks like it's supposed to be a B split, but they're disguising it and making it feel like everyone on Gen.G's coming through B main. They break turret though, so now Team Secret are going to be worried about mid. This is definitely pulling eyes around for Team Secret, but they're not grouped up. There's no one with Meteor. These 2 players in mid are just doing nothing. And the plant went down, but like they're just playing post plant line. They're just playing this post plant line now. That's it. Texture dies to NDG as well. They're getting ulted off site. The pit covers it. Karen, it's not planted for you unless you play under tube, man. These rounds are horrendous from Gen.G. These rounds are horrendous. They've run out of the playbook, and they're now trying to call on the fly, and it's just dreadful. Oh, they were up 8-2.
No answers available for Gen.G, and you know it just seems like every time they go B, it just is thwarted in a completely different manner. They throw different looks, they try different things here. They're trying to push through mid, but they can't win their individual fights as well. I mean, that's a fight Meteor has to win. That's a fight that you expect.
They're just trying to keep it simple. Go 5 people A.
The wheels come off, and
there are 4 people A ready here. Gen.G have not tried to ping pong from one side of the map to the other once in this half. At least not when they've had rifles up.
and they brought an age-old composition proving that it still works. Like you mentioned, the sites themselves haven't changed too much. So the philosophy is there to
all 5 people seen.
I mean, this is just a hard tell that it's an A push, and the site has been
no cancel. They still commit. At least they scale well with each other. Jesse catches one though, and oh, he does get dealt with. 2v3. Meteor's so fast. Sorry, NDG is so fast on the flank. He's so fast behind them.
Rookie for rookie, can he find the kills? Barely
He's got a gorgeous timing. He whiffs a bit, but he still gets 2. Munchkin in a 1v1. No post-plant utility.
Munchkin versus Borka.
He misses the jump.
He doesn't land onto the pipes, but he would get the no command.
I mean, it's over for... Oh, he baited out the shot from Borkum. Now he knows he's off.
Waiting for the jump peek. Should peek out right at the half, and he does find him. The half not quite done yet. He spots
Munchkin's playing this quite nicely.
Goes for the spray down. Knows that he should
well
be
played, Munchkin. I mean, he beefed his movement at the start, and then I think Borkum would have forced him to push there. But Borkum... Like, when Munchkin jumped over, Borkum shot at him, and he realized that he was off the defuse. I think if Borkum had just tapped and put wall up at the beginning, Munchkin would have been forced to make some kind of mistake. But yeah, as soon as he realized where Borkum was, and that he wasn't on the spike, Munchkin played that beautifully from then on.
It is so darn close, but
12-11. Gen G going A again. It worked. They just scaled together. The knife, no dash available for Jeremy. The drone again tells them that it's pretty heavy A. This time though, they don't have 4 people defending A. They only have 3. Wow, Jeremy's gonna go for it. Jeremy's gonna go for it. Oh, Meteor was watching. The res comes through.
But that's the Siege util out. You know the Siege is still there. You saw the Sova util earlier. But
Gen G can't leave because they don't have anybody gaining space anywhere else on the map. But they have huge ultimates.
It has to be instant. They have to make sure they don't get picked off by this op, by Jeremy. He just wants to make sure that he doesn't get caught out. We'll just keep them at bay, trying to stick around to the very
Flash Dizzy combo. Envy and Jesse try to ego the... Oh, what a kill from Texture. Texture finally coming online at the very end of this map. So ballsy by Team Secret to try to fight that through the lockdown.
But the remaining 2 members... 0 point clears out the site. Munchkin feeling
they thought they were rotating?
3 versus 2.
Or they were just trying not to get hit by the knife.
Left on the side of Team Secret. And the flash will keep them back. NDG spots 1. Should bring out the call for Borkum.
This angle is filthy from Munchkin. That is a fucking disgusting angle from Munchkin there.
Can he have the time to do it? The young rookie
they double up, they almost line up. But Gen G bring it to overtime. Now, how bloody difficult was it to do that earlier? Just not go 5B.
No one wants to give up. Everybody knows how important this is.
Oh,
there's so much on the line here in this first match. And it has just been an incredible back and forth.
I don't think Team Secret were choking there. I think this round there were too many ultimates really for them to deal with. Also, that's a nasty shot. If Jeremy had won the duel against Texture, maybe they could have still won the round despite the ults. But I think it was... I think Munchkin winning the 1v1 against Borkum in the previous round was massive. Alright, now Team Secret are on the attack side. Gen G looked really clean on their defense. But I guess both teams did.
Very aggressive, but he does have his back covered. Oh, and he's not going to find the shot. He thinks they might have swung
so
in too
aggressive
deep,
from
and Jeremy
Texture.
with a late timing. I mean, they saw the push out earlier, and now Jeremy remembers that timing.
It's just such a tough angle there. I mean, Texture so confident, I get it. But
crazy shot from Jeremy, though.
It's so hard to find where that player's head is going to pop out. There's a lot of options.
They flash.
That's a deep flash.
They do flash over the top.
He's only going to find 1 kill. He definitely needed more. The spray not going to find the kill onto Envy. It's a quick flood onto the A side and a nice double swing from Munchkin.
Meteor gets boosted by the wall and dies.
Going very much in Secret's way. Charon's still alive.
Secret picking Gen G to pieces. Just punishing them for every play that they were making. They punished Texture. Then they punish Lakia.
Just trying to creep in. He'll do
And
what
then they get onto site to overwhelm Munchkin and Meteor.
When it comes to overtime as well. So whatever you can do to bring up that confidence. We know how snappy his aim can get. He's ready for the trades, but
he's
it's
not
just
winning the
another double
1v4.
swing with NDG and Envy. And Team Secret leads 13-2.
Team Secret get an attack round. That might be what they need. That might be what they need to get this.
As Texture to make those plays, but maybe this isn't quite the moment. You think you can catch Team Secret off guard, but Jeremy's
Who was the favorite to win this series? I'm not sure you can really have a favorite to win the series at this point.
Really impactful kills here.
Because you haven't seen them play against any of the same teams, anything like that. I mean, given Team Secret lost to Talon earlier on, you could argue it was Gen G, but I don't think Gen G have been playing amazing Valorant in this tournament so far either.
From getting the first match win, they will have to play another afterwards against Zeta Division. Any of these teams that wins both of their matches make their way into the play-ins, and of course, could have those tiebreakers.
I think Zeta are personally the favorites to win the play-in, but I couldn't have called an accurate favorite in this match.
They know that Team Secret hasn't aggressed on that part of
By the way,
I like that we're seeing this
they actually have an alternate person to return back to if the A hit fails. I can't believe it. They have presence on the other side of the map.
Where they expect that knife to land. They don't give any info over. Now the wall comes up though. So now Gen G has to kind of reconsider here. Take their time.
All right, Karen's not actually moving forwards at all.
Eastern side of the site, but
Flash, Dizzy, doesn't catch anybody, Recon. They know that the Sage is here, they know that the Sova's here, they know that the Jet's here. And now they're going to go towards B. Team Secret have already got the read. Man, look how fast Team Secret are to rotate. If you went for re-hits against this team, they would just buy the freeze, hook, line, and sinker. Oh, Texture doesn't hurt his team too badly, but Borkum's got 2. Borkum would have to kill 4 to win the round. Oh my god, the time.
10 seconds on the clock. Texture, he has to stick the play. No,
and he finishes him with the shorty.
Shutting down Borkum. We go for
another round. Gen G actually putting together there, though, a slightly more complicated attack side round, where they pressure A and then ping-pong over to B. Team Secret read it immediately, but they still managed to get up on B before Team Secret had, like, all of their players there, all of the utility there, that kind of thing.
Almost said, it's time. He almost said it, but now Texture on that op once again. This time going to be over by Yellow, getting pretty close to the front of green here, but so far just going to keep his feet planted, not going for anything crazy aggressive. The rest of Team Secret now making their way back over towards A.
Texture should be able to give his team a lot of confidence to stack A right now.
Yeah, in Secret, they sent that long range.
Lucky is a bit too far forwards. Yeah, he needs to back up. Because Texture knows they're not on B. The Killjoy utility knows that they're not in mid.
It might be a default hold. Meanwhile, Gen G, they know that the B side is very
so it must be A here.
Lots of forces on the A side, just waiting for the execute to happen.
Here comes the exec, drone broken right at the start. Waiting for the next piece of utility. Our Team Secret pressuring? No. Knife. Catches a few players. They know that Jeremy's still there. That means it's probably a re-hit.
They're still sticking around, at least for now.
Yeah, selling the footsteps as if they're exiting, but no reason to move from Gen G. They're still watching mid with the turret as well.
Here it comes. Viper Wall goes up. A little bit of utility. Throw the mosh. Keep them back. Throw the snake bite. Very good defensive utility here from Gen G. Jeremy gets one. Sorry, Munchkin gets one. Great play here from Gen G. Swarming over the left-hand side. But Karen 1v1. Oh, and DG couldn't quite get it. Great defense though from Gen G there. Texture gave them all of the info to be able to work with. And they saved their utility really nicely. Munchkin's knife gave them all the information that it was going to be a re-hit. And they saved their mosh, they saved their KO nade, they saved their snake bites for the re-hit. Very good.
Texture on the other side to get it done. No over-aggression that round. Now Gen G seeing if they can somehow completely turn this on this head. This has been just one of the
Whoa,
most
this is different. This is different. Gen G haven't done this the whole time. They wanted to come into B, but they got spooked a bit there because NDG was holding it. So now they're going to back up. Jeremy's so deep posted here. Do they dizzy to clear? Does he find the timing? He's missed it. Oh my god. Okay, does he get traded? Oh my god, he dashes forwards. Wait, he's mad. He's absolutely mad. They've killed Envy. There's no way Jeremy can get out. They've beefed it. Secret's beefed it.
Oh, Borkum. All members spread apart for Secret. I mean, they have to win their duels no matter where it happens. Borkum's going to try.
The freeze in the round here is a really good decision by Munchkin. Or Lakia, whoever the fuck is IGLing for the team. Do they clear Borkum? Yes, good trade. Group up, finish on a site. Jesse's got the read. Jesse's got the read. This is going to be a 3v2 on site. There's still chances here for Secret.
Tough situation now.
30 seconds left. The spam kills Karen. Plant's gone down. No wingman available. They have to stick this with their actual bodies. Oh, Lakia gets one. 1v1. 1v1 and Lakia's on 9 HP. NDG should be favored to win this. He's missed the timing. Anyone's game. And Lakia's around the back with 9 health to win the match. Oh.
With a series win, hard fought. It was never easy for this team here at kickoff.
I fucking told you it was over.
It is another victory.
Gen G were always winning that game, chat. It wasn't even close. It actually wasn't even close. I wasn't even worried for a single moment. Oh my god. Oh my god. Secret and Gen G going blow for blow there. Gen G came out with some really nice attack rounds towards the end. There was just a period in the middle where they were making the worst calls.
All these players looking for redemption in 2024, and they would hate to see their kickoff end early.
No doubt.
Yeah, the middle of Pacific is very, very
it's
close.
Just such a relief here for Gen G after
so
such
what does the map pool look like here? Gen G against Zeta. Zeta look good on Ascent. Gen G have been permabanning Bind.
From them, having the mental to do this as well.
Gen G look good on Icebox.
Gen G is already showing us that not only do they have the firepower, but they've got the ability to hang in.
Wait, who the fuck is
well.
Is Team Secret sponsored by Kick?
They came in here and played so good today. I mean, their breeze read was.
Do they have like an exclusive streaming
like
agreement with them or something?
On download too, but as time wore on, Gen G just kept coming together more and more and more.
I mean, the number of heroics we saw from Gen G.
L sponsor TBH? Yeah.
Every single member
you could get worse because there's a lot of fucking awful companies out there. But yeah.
This series, well, that is going to be the end of this match, and we'll have the desk on standby to break down the craziness of Icebox.
Did you just say Gen G looked good on Icebox after what we just watched?
Hey, we kicked into Icebox talking about Insanity, and Insanity we did have.
They aren't bad on Icebox. It's just that they had a series of very rough attacking rounds.
You know, Secret didn't want to go to Icebox, and maybe this is why.
Yeah, again, there were so many factors that it felt that there isn't a surefire win for Icebox here. You're coming into this one with, again, a team that hasn't played this since last year.
Switch to China? No, I don't think the China game will be very good. I'm not going to co-stream China. I'm going to keep it simple and just co-stream Pacific today. I am going to co-stream China some of these days. I do have permissions to co-stream the Chinese games. But I don't think the games today are going to be good.
Jeremy getting some op kills, really sick stuff. Borkum even almost trying to bring things back from
I'll give you a briefing on the China games if you like, though.
Like the caster said.
Oh my god, are we not even on live? Fucking hell. So the games happening in China, there's one in like there's one in like 22 hours that should be good. But Trace, Tyloo, FPX, Na'Vi, right? Those are the games that are happening today. Trace is a genuinely good team that have been like up towards the top they've got a few losses here, but like they're losing to EDG, they're losing to Rare Atom, who are like the second best team in this tournament. They lost to FPX. I would say they were around the 4th or 5th best team in China. And Tyloo, I got to be honest with you, I've got very low expectations for. So I think this should be... It's not like Trace are a banging team to watch either. They play pretty sensible Valorant. They're all right. They're pretty good. Fengf is really good as well. I can't remember how you pronounce his name, by the way. It's definitely not Fengf. But this guy, the duelist player for them, is kind of cracked. He's, yeah, I mean, you know, 0.82 average KPR, that kind of stuff. He's a very good player. So it'll be fun to watch him if you want to tune in and have a look at that. But I'm expecting it to be pretty one-sided. I think these odds are actually like pretty generous for people wanting to go for Trace. But yeah, Nova look like one of the weakest teams in the entirety of China. And FPX are one of the best teams. They're probably top 3. They're better than Trace. Yeah, probably top 3 team in China. Autumn's really good. He's a import from Australia. He speaks some Mandarin. Life used to play for EDG. Lysor's a cracked Sentinel player. Aeong's pretty decent too. And Berlin's a maniac. He speaks good English, but he's a fucking maniac. He's their IGL. He plays actually a range of different things for them, but they play silly Valorant. FPX are a fun team in terms of playing silly shit. It might be entertaining just to watch Fang Fang, I think is how you pronounce his name. Fang Fang? Yeah, I think it'll be entertaining to watch Fang Fang and FPX play if you just want to tune in and just kind of chill out and get to know some of the top Chinese teams, but I'm not expecting them to be competitive games. China VCT is getting 100,000 plus views with the match not even started. On what platform? Yeah, Ryan is doing co-streams of China. If you really want to watch China stuff, tune into Ryan. He's specializing in that. Yeah, Billy, people need to... Dude, the conversation about Chinese viewing numbers fucking molds me. Because on one side, you have people who just look at the popularity score and think it means actual amount of viewers. And on the other side, you have people who say, you can't trust any numbers coming out of China. We should discount them entirely. Which... both sides of that extreme are nonsense. Obviously, there are different ways in which, like, when Chinese streaming platforms post numbers underneath their thing, it's more of like an engagement score. It's like, you could think about it in terms of, I don't know, how, like, impressions maybe rather than concurrent viewers or something, but it doesn't really mean that either. It's just depending on which website it is, different metrics to talk about how popular a game is. But you can compare like for like you can, if you go and have a look on Bilibili, you can see like other popular streams right now and see where the VCT China is compared to other popular streams. And if it's up there towards the top, it'll have good viewership. It's just impossible to know what that viewership actually is from a public perspective. You have to wait until they report to like another company. And then at that point, you have to obviously believe the reporting of the numbers. But yeah, if it's like internal metrics that get reported back to Riot, then I tend to think those are reliable, unlike people who say you can't believe anything, there's probably only 2 people watching in China. Like, yeah, that seems likely. What do you think about the team that RB joined in China? I'm interested to have a look at them. I think it will be, I mean, I assume they're going to be coming in English. That's gonna be interesting. They also don't have a huge amount of other talent to pair with RB, but they're not terrible. They'll be an interesting team to watch. I mean, I'm expecting them to finish somewhere middle of the pack, but maybe they can exceed expectations. Yeah, I'm doing Pacific Coast Stream here, Thief Corp. What was that? Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just catching back up. By the way, in Chinese is called Chinese and not Mandarin. Yeah. I was, I mean, previously growing up, told to use the word Mandarin to differentiate it from like Cantonese, for example, but I don't have any problem with calling it whatever if that is more respectful to Chinese people. I just don't, I mean, I can't make the call there, can I? I don't fucking know, but I don't have any attachment to any particular word. Check the stage. The stage is fire. Okay, yeah, we'll have a tune in just to look at the stage and that kind of stuff and the production. But like I said, I don't necessarily want to follow the Chinese games today. We'll watch it on YouTube.
Sports.
Ooh, it looks like they've actually got quite a large crowd capacity. Fong Fong, let's go. Oh, they're doing the... Wait, they've actually got the like proper AI speech thing as well with the huge LED screen. This is crazy. This is like the setup for Masters.
YOU.
Yeah, yeah. They've taken the robot voice lady.
Clemson.
I don't tend to trust the robot lady with the pronunciation, by the way, because
Destroyer.
the robot lady also says stuff like "Sui Getsu," so it might be off a little bit, but it'll probably be fairly accurate. I don't think it is a person doing the voice acting, actually. I think it is a synthesized voice, but I think that they sometimes tweak the input to make it sound more like how the player wants it to be pronounced. I think. I might be wrong, though.
AAK.
I hope they read out the entirety of HFMI's name when he plays later. That'd be amazing.
HFMI.
They only went for HFMI. Tragic. Tragic. Tragedy. Yeah, HFMI was playing for Attacking Soul Esports previously.
EA.
Yay. That's a cool name. The match started. What, the Pacific one? Great setup. You're trolling me. I'm getting one guide.
伴随着两边教练的击拳，属于森无畏区联赛的第一场比赛即将开始。欢迎各位来到无畏竞技场，你们是属于这片场馆的第
Yeah,
一
this is
批
a
观
big
众。
setup.
非常开心能够跟大家一起见证这个有历史性记录的
Yeah,
一刻。
Tyloo actually don't have the worst roster in the
七
world.
点赛的见证者。那么首先
My expectations for them are fairly low
对阵天路
because the core of the team didn't really do too much. And I'm not expecting them to be able to take down a team that's been together for quite a while. But maybe I'm underrating them. Maybe this first game will be pretty good.
滨江的我们的场地就像是停滞了一样，它停在了过去和未来之
Dunno.
间。这是在过去在海上乘风破浪的舰艇停在了船坞。
I'm going back to the APAC play-ins. I'm going to co-stream the APAC play-ins today. I'm just tuning in to take a look at the production.
这也同样送给场上的
Supandrees, thank you for the 2 months.
什么样的荣誉，在这一刻从零重新开始。
没错，之前所有的荣誉、所有的奖杯都将清零。今天对所有11支队伍、所有选手来说，都是一个新的起点、新的开始。那今天新的挑战也将来临。对于天路来说，这一场绝对是一个硬仗。不管是有新的人员加入，还是说要面对强敌 TE， 对他们来讲，
You live all day to watch EMEA as well? Well, EMEA kicks up at 8 a.m. Common Core plays against Heretics, right? So I just need to go to bed in time.
那首先，天路是摁掉了莲花古城。
It's already 1
TE 来
a.m.
讲，他们的选择就比较多了。首先自己有一个
Wait,
图
why
纸上
didn't
的
I
优
think
势，
about
而
this?
且对于天路来讲，星图还是没有被放出来，因为随着版本的一个地图演变啊，四川东港成为我们这次轮换的地图之一。
是我们的版本也变了，从7开头的版本号变成了8开头的版本号。那我们要来看一下天路的一个首选会是什么样子。那地图里面除了森韩东港轮转回来，其实也有一些图经历了变化。现在莲花。
How have I managed to? How have I managed to fuck this? Wait. Sorry. I'll just leave this up while I look at the.
最近非常火热的日落之城。
TE 在进化者系列赛在日落之城都有不错的一个表现。
Wait there. So Common Core game starts at 8 a.m. So if I went to bed now, I could wake up and watch it. Otherwise,
看一下天路暗掉微风岛屿之后 ，TE 现在有权利做一个2选1，这也是他们为什么
otherwise, I could stay up the whole time until EMEA finishes,
3张图已经落定了。从选图上来看 ，TE 还
which
是因
would
为首先他们
be
没有太多的一个人员
at
改变吧，所以可能在图纸上面会有一些熟练度的优势。但对于天路来讲，他们沉寂了如此之久，我相信他们有积攒了非常多的能量，想要爆发出来。
不在沉默中爆发，就在沉默中灭亡。
And I definitely don't have any meetings tomorrow. I definitely have looked at my calendar and I don't have any meetings tomorrow.
在小组的双败以及后面的4强。 淘汰赛去决定谁能够去前往马德里大师赛，而同时你能够
Should I go to bed now and miss the Pacific play-ins, or should I watch the play-ins?
我压海神城，我们看到了天路拿出了一手
And then
双决斗，而且是
also
带了
watch
不死鸟，
EMEA.
一个可以说是比较古早版本的阵容了。
是这张图上不死鸟确实有它的优势，我们等会可以结合地形再去讲。那它配合上解封，同时又有一个非常好拉出位移的一个帮手。
是的。那反观 T 这 这里还是坚持自己之前常打的一套，也是我们亚海宣称最常用的5个英雄。那这套的一个打法，我觉得最主要的就是稳定。
I think I should stay up.
鸟这一套的阵容来说，可能它的一个充点能力会更
I
强，
think I actually
比较
should.
强在拐角位的反清能力。
这个祖宗之法到底好不好
No, wait there, wait there. That doesn't make sense. Because then I'm going to be on the opposite time zone. I'm going to be on the opposite sleep schedule to actually do Americas.
盖可的增强其实影响了整个先锋位的生态，而同时新武器的加入，蟒侠也在一定程度上会影响大家的一个选择。在最近的海外比赛，大家如果有看到，蟒侠是有一定的出场空间的。
没错，
他当然不会像狂徒、像幻影有那么多的一些地位，但是他有他独特存在的意义。好的，两边的比赛即将开始，有
Fuck, I don't know what to do.
两边会为
I think the sensible thing is to go to bed now. Dude, why do humans require sleep? What the fuck, man?
It was that Lotus map, and yeah, Fracture was kind of scary as well. There are definitely, you know, a lot of room.
Because the problem is,
Team Secret, I think.
if I stay up,
maps, but again,
then I'll go to bed at 2 p.m. I'll wake up again at like 11 p.m.
Coach Warbird somehow just
I'll co-stream China, then I'll co-stream EMEA, and then my call time is going to be at like 2 p.m. When I'm ready to fall asleep again, then I'll be like starting work. There's no way. There's no way that that makes any sense. There just isn't enough time to sleep twice in that period of time.
You know, we were talking a bit about last year because these two teams obviously haven't faced up against each other yet since kickoff with their new rookies joining the roster. But it's worth noting, despite their Team Secret's qualifications,
yeah, it just doesn't work. I've got to go to bed now.
Secret has beaten both PlayFX and DRX last year. So, you know, despite having lost to Zeta last year, this is...
There's just too much Valorant, dude.
Yeah, truly. I just do
pull an all-nighter? Great idea. Let me pull an all-nighter right before I work Americas.
It does come at a cost.
Sleep 30 minutes every 3 hours? Yeah, that would be the way to do it.
The next you're like expecting, my predictions should be Secret now because they beat them last time, and then Secret just comes in with a whole different face. This is the reason why I wanted Secret to keep playing, or at least luckily enough, they have that second schedule where it's the next series right after, just because they can carry.
Yeah, because the thing is, there is time to sleep. There's time to sleep between EMEA and then EMEA starting again. But you can only sleep once. What if I slept for like 6 hours, stayed up, and then slept for another 6 hours? What if I tried to do like a double sleep hibernation style? Is that just crazy behavior?
And NDG on Team Secret, who was playing just now.
I think that's crazy behavior. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep. I'm not going to fuck it. I'm going to sleep. This is just silly. All right.
A couple more months to get their full form, Secret.
If I'm being honest,
I'm not working. I'm not working for like another 30 hours. But there just isn't enough time to get 2 sleeps in if I stay up now.
You know, Breeze was great. But then he
fucking hell. All right, I need to wake up for Carmen Core in the morning. All right, so we're gonna have to raid somebody. I would like to raid Ryan. Now, if you're not interested in watching VCT China, if you would rather go to watch VCT Pacific, you know where to go, right? Sliggy's live, Curry's live. You know, you could go and watch anybody else basically. But I'm going to send you to Ryan because he's doing the only English broadcast as far as I'm aware. Oh, Komodo's doing one as well. But yeah, of VCT China. So I'm going to send you to Ryan Central. All right. Bye-bye. Silly's also co-streaming China? Oh, shit. I didn't realize. Okay, well, Ryan's planning to do a lot of China stuff, so I'm going to send you there. Again, if you want to go and watch Pacific instead, go and watch Pacific. But Ryan's going to do a good job with China. He knows a lot about the region. See you in a bit. I'll be back for the Common Core Heretics game.